Pathetic.
I would have said kosher, but I say that always. Anyway. Sela, do an audio test.
You're muted, baby. Say words, don't scream.
It's too easy to scream for me.
Okay.
It just, I'm noise.
Okay, no, you're good. That's all I needed was just make sure that it picked up Discord.
Okay.
Okay. You can go back to whatever you're doing with that wine glass.
Can you guys hear me?
Was I doing something with this wine glass?
We can
coming through?
yeah,
Making me
you're
jealous.
Good. Hannah, you're good.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Hello, and welcome everyone to Legends of the Old Republic. Another episode has been brought to you by the powers that be. What those powers are, we cannot comprehend, for they are beyond the understanding of mankind. Tip your Cthulhu.
Scheduling.
That too. Cthulhu, scheduling, take your pick. This is Star Wars.
He's nuts.
No, that's only on Fridays.
Your mouth.
Can't afford me. This is a Star Wars 5e game set in the Old Republic. For those who are new, if you're new, go back 10 episodes and start over. Come on. Don't jump in here. Jump in the beginning. Where these 7 players have trusted me with their characters' lives, for better or for worse, and I have been orchestrating the machinations of their demise. Mostly emotionally, because I'm going to make them go through growth. It's like therapy, but with math. I'm your host, JMKitsune, and yeah, hi, how you doing? For those who are not new here, previously on Star Wars Legends of the Old Republic, I got there eventually, the newly minted party Starbound Squadron, does sound nice saying, doesn't it, has returned to the city after their hard-fought victory over the Berserker Wookiee Grachadar. This led to Ragnar kidnapping Sammy, which gave the GM a heart attack, and absconding with her to the outer wards of the city. While the two were alone, after Sammy, rightfully so, slapped Ragnar, they hashed out their feelings, stewing within. Sammy, as well as Ragnar, had mixtures of anxiety and intense convictions that needed to be addressed. Not only about the mission, but over the group itself. After this conversation began to devolve, because of Ragnar's injury, Sammy enacted an impromptu healing session through the Force to help her friend who desperately needed much needed medical attention. The attempt was not only successful, but led to the healing of Ragnar's scar that was etched across his throat. The cost of which being, however, a matching scar of sorts appearing on Sammy's neck, though not in a way as debilitating for her like it was for him. The two now had similar markings across their necks. Across the city, however, Esper, Rain, and Bombix went back to Runathul's clothing store for a bit of shopping, because the group wanted to throw a party, and Turia the Hutt gladly acquiesced and said in 3 days' time, the party would be hosted in their honor and winning the dueling arenas. This led to Hesper coming into possession of a new suit, Bombix and Rain picking up the outfits they had requested prior. And though the trio noticed that they were missing 2 members of the group, Hesper, meaning well, messaged the pair missing during this check-in, was overheard by Rain, which led the twin to panic over where her brother may have been. I believe the words, "Are you two fucking?" might have been mentioned. After a time, the group does reconnect and found themselves now with a few days to kill for this party in their honor. Party in which that they hope Jafan Melnu will attend, giving them access to the target they have been sent to Gaul to deal with. Though until then, 3 days must pass, and they cannot leave the city, for they are being watched by Turia's men, and while they will be safe, they are in fact being watched. And since it is a downtime episode, we will be starting with a crate dragon coming out of the floor and eating you all. Again,
Fuck's sake.
Listen, it's gonna happen eventually.
No.
I knew it. I called it.
Everyone from Outer Rim Misfits just had a panic attack.
Right? But since it is a downtime episode, I will be rolling a d8, because there's no such thing as d7, and I have picked a number for each of you, and whatever it lands on is who gets to go first. Your fate are in the hands of the die. Now, if I can find my D8. There's my D8. And while I'm rolling, I need Belle to roll a D100. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't you actually roll that D100. You don't need to see if old age caught up with him.
Oh, actually, can we have Belle do the chutney thing, please?
Do you want to?
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, then. That moment you realized, oh shit, this could actually backfire. There's a
it'll be
1%
funny as
chance it
fuck.
can backfire.
It'll be funny as fuck, though.
All right. Let's see. We have okay. So we got.
Off-table question, DM.
Yes.
Are we starting after a long rest?
Yes, we are. This is the first.
Okay,
this is the morning of the
Just-
first day that you guys must wait. So you guys all fully rested. You're starting the day fresh.
Needed to know for updating G reason.
Nope, you're good. The first up is. I actually kind of hoped it was this. Kyrie.
Hey, good morning.
Day one's downtime starts with Kyrie. What does Kyrie want to do in these days of which she has time to kill?
Can I start by going to get a little snack for breakfast, and I kind of just want to walk around
Okay.
in the city.
Let it be known, so before anyone like freaks out because of timing and everything, we can, if need be, do the whole like Spider-Man across Spider-Verse. Let's do this one more time and backtrack time. It does not need to be sequential. Kyrie goes first, then hours later it's Sammy. No, we can have this play out at any level of time, so do not fret. We're just this is just the dice saying we're focusing on Kyrie first. Think of it as Tales from Ba Sing Se. Minus the episode, I mean the scene where Iroh makes everybody cry.
Dude,
But you guys may make me cry, so you better think carefully on your downtime plans. Anyway, Kyrie, you wish to get a snack?
yeah, I might get a little brekkie.
You get some brekkie from the cantina. The ladies are quick to offer you breakfast since you've been staying with them. They don't charge you due to what you are here to do and what you've already done so far.
How delightful.
Then again, with how much money you have, it's not like you can't afford it.
I forgot I was rich. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'll leave him a little tip anyway.
Okay, good. Mark off from your plethora of credits how much you've left to tip, so that way you can keep track of your spendings. Tax evading, pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm not evading taxes.
The tax man's gonna find you, Kyrie.
God, let him.
And he's gonna look like Danny DeVito.
And I welcome that.
So yes, you've had your breakfast. It is, we'll say, mid-morning.
Yeah, I want to walk around the shopping thing because I got money to spend, and I want to go spend some money.
Okay. I remind you the weapon shop is still closed.
That's okay.
I'm just making sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, I just want to see what else is around.
So you want to head to the shopping district? Okay. You do know of the clothing store that the others have gone to, and you've seen them enter a few times. So there's that. There is also the general store, which Bell had entered when you guys first arrived, and he acquired the signal jammer, which I hope Bell remembers he has. What else? There is also another store called Zapples. It is what looks like to be a more fortified clothing store, like armor and the like. And then there is, let's see, you know about the dueling arena?
I do. I'm quite familiar.
Yeah, unfortunately it's closed down because all the champions have been defeated and are on medical leave.
Damn.
It's only been 24,
That's
It's only been 24
crazy.
hours. They got their asses kicked.
That's crazy.
There is a swoop track in which you could watch and put some entertainment from. No, I'm not letting you bet on it though.
Like, there's no way this man is right now telling me about a gambling area right
There's
now.
a poster outside the swoop track. There's actually a poster of you saying "Do not take bets from."
That's crazy.
And you notice that the nose is not just right.
They just can't get my nose right.
There is also no, that's really pretty much it right now. The places you can go if you want to go shopping.
Okay.
And of course, this is the cantina itself that you've been like chilling out in.
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy clothes so that I don't get judgmental stares when we do this party because I was getting judged yesterday.
That's true. There were 3 people in your group who were kind of judgy about the fact that you were like, "Nah, I'm going to show up like this."
Yeah, and I don't really want to hear it, so I'm gonna go buy a thing.
All right, so you'd make your way across the town. You get to the clothing store, and on entering, Runa notices you and goes, "Welcome. Good morning. How can I help you today?"
I need attire for a party. Apparently, this is not up to others' standards.
Well, what kind of party are we talking? Because for some, you're wearing exactly what would be worn to a party. What are we thinking? What are we looking at?
I don't know. It's just something. A dress. I don't really care about these things.
She immediately goes behind the counter, pulling out some equipment like measuring tape, some like a pad, start putting numbers in. Do you have any preferences in style, function,
No.
fashion, cooler, warmer colors? Do you want to wear jewelry with this? Do you want to have it match your makeup or hairstyle?
Black. I like black.
Black is always in style, my dear. She immediately gets to work measuring, but before getting too close, she stops and goes, "I have permission to measure?"
Yeah. And then she like kind of lifts her arms up awkwardly.
"Thank you very much. Don't want to get in people's bubbles without their consent." Starts measuring you, starts like muttering as she writes down the numbers. Will you be needing any footwear or accessories for your outfit, or just the dress?
No, I have some boots.
Can never go wrong with boots. I had a customer here the other day. She actually quite loves boots, I hear.
Huh. I have a feeling I might know who you mean.
Oh, you, stops, takes a look at you. Are you with that group of newcomers I've been seeing around recently?
Describe them.
One's yay tall, dark, and spooky, but in a way that's kind of hot. One's quiet, shy, but in a very like, ooh, I can take her home to mom way. The other one is definitely an air of mystery, but definitely could throw you across a room if you crossed her vibe.
Your imagery is, I'd say accurate. Yes.
Pulls out a sketch pad. I have to be good at visually depicting what I need to see. I try. You though, definitely a tall drink of water. Anyway, yeah. So you got your boots. You want a dress. How about this? She goes off to the wall, starts picking some outfits, and lays them out before you. I can mix and match some of these, or I can completely make something from scratch if these aren't to your liking. One of the dresses is more like an evening gown. One's a more form-fitted cocktail dress, and then one is like a hybrid type of thing where it's like a open blouse with like not a mini skirt, but like a half skirt that covers like one leg. And another one would be something akin to like, I don't want to say a Mardi Gras dress, but something more like festive over demure.
She kind of looks at everything and just goes, I need something I can move around in.
Okay, takes the form-fitting one, throws it across the room. Get rid of that one. While it looks gorgeous on the right person. Definitely not the right type for turning your head at a bar kind of thing. Okay. I'm assuming you don't want something heavy. You want light, flowy, and breathable fabric.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's
Yeah.
gone. Throws another one. How do we feel about sheer? Do you want to turn heads or do you want to be mysterious?
Prefer not to turn heads.
Fair enough. 2 other dresses that she was looking at get thrown away. Okay, I got this, and she shows up a dress in front of you is very like onyx midnight black, but has this like in between the threads, almost like a nebula bluish purple accenting thing, and tiny little specks of what could only be described as flakes of a material like that gives it like a starry effect, so that your dress looks like the midnight sky with the like when you look at our night sky and you can see the Milky Way, something like that across the dress.
Can I say above table?
I know
You
who I'm
ate.
playing to.
You ate that up.
Now, actually, take me to a real fashion situation, I'll be completely useless. But when I'm talking to, when I'm playing to someone, I know what I'm doing.
That ate so good. I have tears.
Yeah, I can see.
She's just gonna.
Hesper drinking them right now.
She'll go. That'll do.
Very good. Might I suggest goes over to a wall that is like full of like accessories, pulls open a drawer. She grabs a bunch of what you can't see and brings them over. A pair of earrings that look like ringed planets. A bangle that has constellations wrapped around it. And a oh, what's the stupid thing? It's not a boa. It's like the sheer fabric that some people would wear with their dresses. Fuck. Anyone who knows fashion, please tell me what that thing's called.
You mean like a shawl? Yeah.
Yeah, like the thin shawls, not the actual like bulky ones. But yeah, like one of those.
A wrap.
Yeah, a wrap or a shawl. It is the greenish hue of like a venomous green. And it is very, very light and not completely sheer, but it's like enough where you can be like, okay, this is made to accent what you're wearing, not obscure anything.
I think she'll just take the earrings.
Okay, fair enough. She's like, fun fact about those earrings. Twist the ring on each.
She'll do so.
The gas, what would be the design of the gas on the planet itself, starts to swirl like liquid core dye.
That's fire.
And the ring itself will start to like actually like rotate very slowly.
Neat trick.
I would have to actually kill you if I told you how it works, because I actually don't know anymore. I just made it work after a 18-hour calf high. I don't know what I did.
You did well, is what you did. I'll take it.
Very good. To make this dress your fitting, it will take me about a day. And the overall cost for this will probably run you about... just for the fact that you seem to know my previous customers, I'll give you a discount, 500 credits.
Perfectly fine.
Very good. Is there anything else you want to look around and peruse, or would that be actually all for today?
That's fine. I'm good.
All right, very good. Thank you for your patronage. Tomorrow afternoon, come on by whenever, and your dress will be ready, and I am sure you will be absolutely stunning in it.
I appreciate it.
Of course, I aim to please. And with that, she shows you out as you are ready to go, and as the door closes, you can see her like grabbing everything in a bundle and like scurrying off to the back of the store to get to work. Is there anything you wish to do also, or would this be like a good time for you to take a break while someone else does some stuffs?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Okay. Just for a bit, we will switch to the dice and see who's next on our victim list. Everyone hold their breaths. Sammy's up.
Oh, fuck me sideways. No, please don't do that.
That part of the game will behind a Patreon wall. The going rates start at $75, which will be split equally.
Each.
Yeah, each.
So this is kind of awkward because my two main downtime things involve other characters.
That's fine. Which one do you want to do? Who are you roping in?
Shit.
Which victim are you grabbing first?
Hesper.
I'm just picturing Sammy standing over Hesper. You up? Like that little kid.
I got stuff planned with another character for later.
Yeah.
But like for a while, Sammy's been wanting to talk to Hesper about the vibe she's been feeling off of her.
The council has decided your fate.
I don't know why. I just picture Sammy standing over Hesper like the kid who's telling their mom, I threw up. But it just Hesper just wakes up slowly and there's Sammy. Hi. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yes, go on.
So yeah, I imagine like maybe like the hypothetically like first day of downtime, after like Sammy's collected herself after the previous few days, like she remembers, oh yeah, I saw Hesper do something. So like that morning, like after having breakfast and doing meditation stuff, she'd like to seek out Hesper and speak with her.
All right. You may do so at your leisure. Hesper, how does Sammy find you on the first day of downtime?
Hesper would not be in her room. Would there be like a gym section where we are?
Not so much a gym, but the two women who own the cantina would have showed you to an area where the ever so athletic Rix works out in the basement. It's not like a gym per se, it's just her using like the storage room and just being like, oh, we got heavy kegs of beer, I'm bench pressing the keg. Oh, there's a shit ton of like flour, I'm throwing those over my shoulder and I'm doing like, farmer's walks. It's more practical working out than like gym working out.
Yeah.
And she offers it to you if that's something you could use to your advantage. And the basement's quite spacious. It's about the same size as the cantina.
Yeah, she would be she'd be down there.
Okay.
Minding her own business, and she's practicing her punches.
Sammy,
can I enter the basement like as quietly as I can so I can just like observe what she's doing and see if she exhibits any sort of behavior or techniques that cement the theory Sammy has in her mind of what Hesper might be capable of?
Well, for the first part, I would say roll stealth against Hesper's passive perception.
Oh shit! Let's fucking go, brothers. Let's
Because
go. What is my stealth?
I'm assuming Hesper's very focused in her workout, so it would be it'd be passive perception versus active.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. That is a 15.
Yeah, you beat it.
Okay.
You poke your head in, and Hesper's just there. I don't think Hesper has headphones. Maybe she does. I don't know. But like you clearly are able just to watch and not be noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the second part, on the observing level, roll a. How specific are you trying to like theorize? Are we going broad spectrum or like you're trying to pinpoint? At this moment.
I think she's like trying to pinpoint because she wants to be sure of what she sensed off of Hesper.
Okay. Roll for me a. I want to say do a perception,
Okay.
but I'm also like, hold on. Because I know what you're trying to do, so I'm trying to think of like the best. Instead of your wisdom, add your intelligence skill.
Oh, my intelligence is lower.
I will say giving you
Okay, let's
advantage
go.
though, because you know what you're looking for.
Okay, so just straight up intelligence.
Yeah.
With advantage. Oh, I might need that. Yeah, it's a 15 again.
You're able to notice that while not what's the word I'm looking for? Not refined and not as clearly properly trained, Hesper's fighting practicing shows very common things that you have not only grown up with, but also a sense of you could say that it looks like that Hesper is in a meditative stance, though she is actively moving. So instead of it being passive meditation where you sit and you reflect in, this is more active meditation where the more Hesper's doing this, the less she's thinking about what she's doing and the more her body's just going on pure instinct and reflex. Eventually, it almost looks like she's not even conscious of what she's doing. It's just freeform. And at this moment, I need Hesper to do either an acrobatics or an athletics to see how well that actually is.
Ooh, okay. Oh, Lord.
No performance anxiety, please. You are being watched, though. And you are possibly being judged. I don't know. Sammy pulls out a notebook. Yeah, maybe a silver for the form.
Oh,
Oh?
21.
Ooh.
Hesper, describe your practicing. What does it look like?
Her practicing is very very practical. She's got like flour bags, whatever would be like the equivalent, I guess, as like punching bags. And like it's like every single strike is calculated. And behind every strike, there's just that little bit of extra anger underneath the surface. She starts out pretty just strong, but then she just starts wailing and going faster. Like she knows exactly what she's doing. She's been practicing for a long time.
Because you said it gets faster. Roll me a d12.
Okay.
And then add your wisdom modifier.
That was cocked. Okay. 13?
Sammy, you notice every now and again, it's not constant. It's almost like I'm gonna make a really niche reference. You know when a train is starting, every now and again the wheels will like spin in place. It's kind of like that.
There's a fucking term for that.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you know I'm describing.
wheel slippage. Yeah.
Yeah. Every now and again, just like that, you'll notice that Hesper's hands move at a speed that are not normal for everyone else. Instead of it just being a constant movement, it becomes a flurry. Like you just see a blur of where her arms should be.
Okay.
Does this help or hurt your theory?
I think this helps my theory, and I want to test her reflexes. Is there like a small object nearby that I can fling at her with the force?
Oh, no.
Non-lethally.
How small do you want to make this? Like, are we talking like a cup or like
like a little cup or something that I could fling at her, see how she reacts to that.
Let me throw a cup at her, see what happens.
you notice that not far behind her is a like I don't want to say a teacup, but like maybe a mug that clearly either Hesper or someone in there had been using.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about maybe like the size of your fist.
Yeah, Hesper, a mug is gonna come flying at you out of nowhere.
Are you gonna do it from behind, or are you gonna like get her
Behind,
attention? Oh.
yeah. I want Sammy is wanting to test Hesper's reflex. Because that will help solidify the theory even more.
I need you to roll an unarmed attack.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, improvised. Be improvised attack.
Improvised attack.
And
so I don't have an improvised stat.
If I remember right, improvised attack is to the fucking Googles.
Mm-hmm.
Strike. I think it is what is it what it is? I think it's just your improvised weapon. I think it's it's 1d4. Okay. You still roll the d20 as normal, but if you do hit, the damage would be based on a d4.
Okay.
Instead of the AC, I need Hesper to roll a wisdom save.
Okay. So do I just roll a straight up d20?
Yep.
Okay. Oh shit, I rolled a 19. Fuck.
Got a 9. That was very low.
Hesper, you were so engrossed in the moment, you don't notice. Not only do you not notice Sammy near you, you don't notice until it's too late this collision of a smash against the back of your head.
I'm so sorry. This did not go the way I wanted it to.
Followed by like that sound of a mug breaking.
I will roll that d4. Please roll the lowest damage.
This is non-lethal, so this is more just like how much does it jar her too?
Yeah.
It definitely pulls you out of your little zone.
That experiment did not go how I was hoping.
However, though,
curse my dice for rolling so goddamn high.
However, I will say, Hesper.
Yeah.
You may have failed detecting it. I'm letting you decide. Did you notice someone in the room upon it hitting you?
Yes, immediately.
Like the sense of that feeling of, okay, someone's near me?
Yes.
Okay.
She has this moment, right, where fists are flying and all that, and it goes crash against her head. And she just does like a slow turn. It's just like rage across the face. Does she see Sammy?
First of all, are you looking from where it came from or towards the door? Okay. When you turn to look where the mug came from, nothing's there behind you. If you continue to look around the room, I'll say you don't see anyone right away, but you do sense someone is near you.
She just goes, hello?
My apologies, that did not go how I was planning it to go. And Sammy will step out into view and just like have her hands up like, please do not kill me.
It's like immediately all the anger like washes away from her when she goes, oh, Sammy.
Sorry, I was trying to test a theory.
Okay.
To see how hard my head was?
No. To see if you could sense that flying at you and react accordingly. I overestimated that not everyone's on the same level of sensing things as I am. I'm sorry.
Just so you know, both of you are startled by hearing a loud laugh.
What?
Rix was in there just relaxing while Hesper was training and thought the whole thing was hilarious. She was front row seat to the mug lifting, and then and was like, the best way to describe it is imagine like your friend watching you about to scare another friend, and they just like, I could stop this, but I'm gonna let it play out. And she just starts laughing hysterically, like that was the best thing that could have happened. I'm gonna go tell Kendra all about this and explain why my favorite mug is broken. For the record, it's fine. It was worth it. And she pats Sammy on the shoulder like, I'm serious. That was the best thing for me this morning. Best entertainment ever. You guys are the best. And just walks up the stairs laughing hysterically, leaving you two just like, oh, what the fuck just happened?
Hesper's got this like blank look on her face before she just goes, and starts belly laughing.
How did I not see it?
To be fair, you were only watching Hesper.
Mug flying on the air.
Oh. Sorry for using it as a touch subject. It's just... Okay, how do I best ask this?
What's going on?
Ever since that maneuver you pulled in Smuggler's Canyon and the night that we shared with Emru and Alrox, I've just started to notice things about you. Maybe it's just because I've been around so many Force-sensitive people my entire life. Do you ever feel like you can just sense things when they're about to happen? Feel like you have really fast reflexes? Or feel like some sort of energy is like lifting you up whenever you do things? I'm sorry if that is a very invasive question. So many of the masters at the temple tell me that I ask too many questions all the time. I notice things, and when you grow up around it, you see it more often than others.
I mean, I don't really know how to describe it. I mean, yes, sometimes I feel like I can just guess where something's gonna go or if something will show up. I always thought it was a luck. I find stuff really well. Or I feel like I lock in sometimes. But I thought that was just kind of normal.
Okay, new idea. Sammy's gonna scan around the room, look at the broken mug that's on the ground and kind of wince again when she sees it, and try to just look for like another small nearby object.
There's a bag of like softball-sized fruits in the corner if you want to dig into that. If that would be a good size.
Okay. If you don't mind, new little experiment. And Sammy's going to like reach out towards the bag and through the force lift one of the fruit up in the air.
I think I've seen this movie. Is this where you two start flirting? Is this where Sammy says that if Master Kodu caught you doing this, he'd be very grumpy? I think I've seen this scene.
He'd be very grumpy.
So I had to, I'm like, wait a minute, it's a fruit. I have to make the joke. Sorry, continue.
A fruit. She's gonna like lift one of the fruit up in the air. I want to see if you can try to do that. And then she's gonna let it lower back down.
Hesper will like double take and then like scoot over to the fruit. Just lift it up with her hand.
No, not like that. How do them? Okay, do what I do. Reach out and lift it.
With nothing?
I don't know.
Wait, this is the force thing. The thing that's
Yes.
oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She just like takes a step back, and she just goes, "How do you do it?"
There's no really easy way to describe it. For me, the best way that I can describe it is trying to find a connection through the force, like reaching out, not like reaching out physically, but reaching out, connecting to it, and just willing it to lift.
Okay.
I will preface, it might feel kind of weird and a little terrifying.
Sure.
Really quick to help or atmosphere for Sammy's side.
Yeah.
Sammy, while you're trying to explain it, you do recall Kodu teaching you when you were young.
Mm-hmm.
As you're recalling, because Hesper is asking a very valid question, even you're realizing, never thought of it until you asked.
Yeah.
You suddenly are brought
Like,
back.
how do you suddenly explain this to someone who's never heard of it?
Not
or
only that, but
vibrated?
something that you
Yeah.
take for granted because you just always do it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you explain to someone how breathing works?
Yeah.
Then I'll suddenly be like, oh shit, am I breathing?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Kodu telling you as a youngling, you are the Force, and the Force is you. It is not a power to be wielded, but it is a part of you, a part of all living things.
Mm-hmm.
You are not the Jedi, and someone is not the Sith. You are not a battleground in which you wield the Force like a lightsaber. You are merely a conduit for it to come out and express.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the Force like water in your body as a sieve.
Mm-hmm.
How much comes out is not forced or restrained.
Mm-hmm.
It is simply a door that can be opened or closed at will.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you.
All right. The best way my master described it to me is that we are the living force. We are able to control how much we let out and let in. Thinking of it as like opening and closing a door. Like to let like a cool breeze in or out. We cannot control the force itself, but we can sort of control its flow through us.
Okay.
Esper, as you hear all that, do you believe what she's telling you? Or is this all weird hocus pocus in your head? Like, how much faith are you putting in what you're being told?
She has more faith than doubt because
Okay.
she's seen Sammy do it.
That's fair.
So she knows that it's possible.
Okay.
Whether she can do it herself is a different
Okay.
question, but she believes it's possible.
Roll a d20 at advantage because Sammy did give you that, like, not pep talk, but like instruction.
Please tell me it's a natty.
Oh my god, that is a nat 20.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hang on. Not touching it, I promise.
Gotta get proof.
Esper, describe that feeling she gets when flying. That like, for example, the feeling you had when you're going through Smuggler's Canyon. That that release of control to something else.
Mm-hmm. She holds her arm out and takes a moment to just breathe. And when she does, she thinks back to the Smuggler's Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like not a fisheye lens, but like the vertigo.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
like the background gets
the dolly zoom.
Yes, it's like that. And it's like she can suddenly see the world a bit more open, a bit more clear, and focused at the same time. Like she sees more and she's pinpointing all at the same time.
Throughout normally, if someone asks, you wouldn't say you can feel your body. Like you're aware you exist, but you don't feel yourself at any given point.
Mm-hmm.
But in this moment, you become suddenly more acutely aware of everything as you breathe. At first, you suddenly become more acutely aware of Sammy's breathing. Even so far as on the edge of your hearing, thinking you can hear Sammy's heartbeat. You can not explain it, but you feel the others above in the main floors of the cantina. And for a brief moment, as you're stretching out, you can feel something coming out of your hand, and your fingers can feel the texture of the fruit. You can feel that texture gripping as if you were grabbing around and tightening your hand on the fruit. And you reflexively pull as if you're trying to take it out of where it is. And while you can feel all this, do you open your eyes or do you keep them closed? That way I know how to describe what happens next.
She has her eyes closed at first, but I think she'll like open them to see what's going on.
Okay. You and Sammy both do not see the fruit lift, but you see it start to shake and move and then roll off out of the bag. But it stops before touching ground. It's not being held up by the bag. It is just stopped as if someone put their hand under it. And while
Sammy has a big smile on her face watching this.
And while you can't move it anymore, you are sure you are doing it because you can feel the texture of the fruit on your hand, even though you're far from it.
Esper's just like staring it down, just holding it like in place.
I need you to roll a concentration check.
Oh,
You got this, baby. You got this.
Because I don't know about you, but at this point, I'd be like freaking out and turning like, oh shit, it actually worked. Holy shit, it actually worked. Holy shit, what do I do?
Where is concentration?
No, it's just a D20. It'll be the like, do you meet or break the DC?
It's just a straight.
Yeah, it's just a straight. It's just a straight thing. Like, how focused are you?
I got a 10.
The minute you
Do I add anything else?
No, it's just flat.
Okay.
The minute you realize that you're doing it, you kind of start getting excited because whatever Sammy thought may be true. Like, you are getting like, oh my god. You kind of like look over at Sammy like, I'm not crazy. You see this, right? And when Sammy, I'm assuming, is like kind of giddy, kind of smug, like, ha, I knew it.
Yeah.
The minute you see that, you accidentally drop your concentration and the fruit falls.
she's oh shit.
Oh, don't worry, that happens for everyone the first time they try it. It took me so long just to get a cup to move.
That was so crazy.
Well, you just proved my theory correct.
What theory? Please explain.
You're force sensitive.
For what, huh?
So, the force lives in all living creatures and living beings. But there are
Okay.
some who are a little more attuned to it, such as the Jedi and the Sith. Even our
Okay.
our friend Bombix, she is more attuned to the Force than most people. Though the way she uses it, I've never seen used before.
Hesper, like, thinks to herself for a second and, like, digs into her pocket slowly and pulls that crystal out from her pocket.
This is the first time I'm getting to see that crystal more up close, right?
Yeah, you are.
What am I sensing from
Oh,
that little
boy.
thing?
Oh boy.
Just to make sure, because it has been a while. Hesper, you've kept it in
Yeah.
the container, right?
She had it in the container, but she's kept it freely in her pocket.
But what I'm
now.
saying, it hasn't been like free balling in your pocket. Like you've had it in the little box.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
in the
okay.
box.
Well, no,
and
just
she's-
I'm making sure so that way I can describe what Paige, Sammy sees
It's
correctly.
like putting a fucking Geiger counter against your pocket and just the Richter scale going off the rails.
she
The minute
she
you take
does-
it out, Sammy's lucky you start going, and you go, "Is that normal?" No. But
she
what-
pulls out the box and like one-handed pulls out the
yeah.
the crystal.
Once you open it, Sammy, you see. Get to in a second. Hesper, describe what the crystal looks like.
So it's maybe about 2 to 3 inches long. It's a beautiful orange, red, and yellow crystal. It's got cracks in it that looks like lava almost. And it seems to glow really bright in some angles just from the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this kind of sharp, jagged kind of crystal. It's not very smooth, but it has this really nice warmth to it.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, once you've taken it out, Hesper, you hear that noise you heard the night of the party again. It's like a faint,
The crackle of the fire.
yeah, like the crackling of flame, and almost like a low, not ear piercing to the point where it hurts, but like a dog whistle, where it's just under the edge of your detection, but you can hear it. Do you let Sammy hold the crystal?
She'll like pull it out for a second and then like hold it up to Sammy and be like, is the force the reason for this? And she'll offer it for Sammy to look at.
She'll take the crystal in her hand and look over it.
Sammy, to you, the crystal has no warmth. It just feels like a rock. However, for a brief moment when it's in both your hand and still in Hesper's, like that brief interaction,
Mm-hmm.
you can hear that little thrum of noise. So long as you both are touching it, but the minute she lets go, it fades.
Huh. She's gonna still hold it in her hand, kind of like I'm holding mine.
Yep.
Hesper, touch your hand to the crystal again for me, please.
Sure. She'll touch it.
The thrum comes back. Both of you hear almost like a heart beating, a thump, a thump, thump, a thump. And Sammy, as you're holding it, and Hesper is too, the warmth starts to like come to your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
The longer you hold it, though, the more intense it gets to you. But to Hesper, it's still a calming warmth.
Mm-hmm.
So the longer you hold it, the more intense it's getting, almost burning your fingers.
Once it reaches the point that it feels like it's burning her fingertips, she's going to kind of wrap Hesper's hand around it and then release her hand from it. So that's back in Hesper's hand.
The minute you released it, the sound is gone. Your hand isn't even burnt anymore. It says nothing happened to your hand at all.
You okay?
How did you come across a kyber crystal?
A what?
A holiday hoobie woody?
Oh, Woody?
This, and Sammy will pull her saber off her belt, fiddle with the chassis, and pull her kyber crystal out. She'll kind of relish a little bit in that familiar warmth, but she'll hold up a yellow crystal that emits its own kind of faint glow, kind of like a small ray of sunlight, but not blinding when you look at it.
Hesper will go, whoa. And just admire it.
Younglings, when we are first sent to construct our lightsabers, were sent to a planet called Ilum to find our crystal. We have to search for it and find a crystal that calls out to us. The force heavily flows through these crystals. It's like a magnetic pull when you're near one that calls to you.
Upon her saying that, you remember when you were on Coruscant, that dragging feeling that pulled you into that shop, and you didn't know what it was, and now you're having thoughts. Is that this? Or was it the creepy old lady who suddenly made the shop vanish upon after I purchased the rock?
She'll play with the crystal in her hands. And she'll say, it was really weird how I got this. Coruscant. When we were on Coruscant, I was on my way to meet all you guys, and there was this shop that I passed by it, but something just called me to it, I guess. It looked interesting, so I went inside, and I didn't think much of it. There was an old lady in there, and she was showing me all of the wares and whatnot, but then I saw this box, and she pulls it up.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw this box, and she said I had a good eye and asked me some questions about the stars and the universe and our roles in it, and I just thought it might be really valuable, so I paid for it and some knickknacks, and I left. But as soon as I left, I turned around and the shop was gone. It had never been opened before.
That is...
And I never lost my credits.
DM, do I have any inkling that Hesper might have like experienced like a force vision and like envisioned walking into a shop or something?
She's not giving any lies, so like there's no sense of deception, there's no sense of like just
So this is not something that she just envisioned. She like actually went through this.
and just doing a reading without doing like sense emotion, just reading her as you're talking. Her body, everything about her says this happened. There was no like out of body experience, as there wasn't some like weird trance. This was a thing. Sammy's like, you're cursed. Fuck.
Well, I will say kyber crystals have a very funny way of reaching out to us.
Yeah, no kidding. She said it came from a hellish place? Place with fire?
Yeah, I've never seen a kyber crystal like that before. Our crystals come from a planet of cold and ice.
Cold and ice.
Yeah, Ilum is an ice planet. We actually are tasked to make sure we get out of the caverns before the sun goes down. Otherwise, we are frozen inside the caves until the next rotation, and the nights are very, very long on Ilum.
Hesper's
Wouldn't
like,
that be torture?
Hesper's like, you let children do this?
Your kids.
It's one of our trials of becoming a Jedi, crafting your first lightsaber. The droid that instructs us, he has... He's an interesting character.
He really
But I've never
is.
seen a crystal... Yeah, we love Huyang in this house. I've never seen a crystal like yours before. I would even suggest, if we get back to the temple on Coruscant, talking to one of the masters there about it. One of the historians, probably. Anyone I can think of that I could probably recommend. She and I are not on the best of terms.
What happened?
Master Carlo's always seen me as a problem child growing up.
But you're so fun.
Not in her eyes.
On that note,
I don't want to take too long.
No, before we get too deep into the like Hesper having too many revelations, because oh god, those dice rolls were actually really good.
Hannah, I can text you how much of a bitch Master Carlo is.
We're gonna roll for somebody else, and I already think I know who it is, because I think I'm good. Rain. What's Rain's first day on downtime like? Actually, no, better question. Are you sleeping in or are you waking up early?
She's awake.
Okay.
If someone is there with her, they think she has not gone to sleep. She's awake that early.
Well, I mean, if you got up early, you could say you got up before everyone else, or if you got up later, you could have woken up and saw like, Kyrie sneaking off after eating breakfast. You could have saw Sammy weirdly just kind of scurrying to the basement.
Rain's been in the kitchen cooking.
Oh, you've been helping out in the kitchen. Okay. Then I will say you got up early enough to work with Kendra in the kitchen. She was quite actually thankful for the offering of assistance. And she kind of stayed out of your way while you took your space to do what you do. And gave you free run of whatever you want to make.
She makes as much as she can. Anything that she remembers being able to make, like from when she was young.
Okay.
She makes like cakes. She makes basically just this huge breakfast spread.
Just for the sake of it, because I've been giving everyone else a little bit of fun. Roll a performance.
The fact that I didn't even have my dice ready.
The game, we have to cancel the game. You weren't ready. How dare.
Listen, I've been distracted.
After the hard work Sammy and Hesper just put in that moment, you weren't even ready? No, I'm kidding.
No, I wasn't. I was too enthralled. I'm sorry.
Liar.
Also, if I don't respond, every so often my computer will just freeze.
Oh, no, you're
even
fine.
though I've got plenty of like Wi-Fi.
No,
So if
you're
I just
fine.
don't respond, just give me a second. I'll catch up.
I figured you had a
Right,
moment like
senses.
Sam did with the, oh shit, you called on me, crap.
Okay. These are not my normal dice.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
normal
yeah.
dice are packed. So hopefully they're nice to me.
This is just to see like how this isn't your kitchen, so like how well do you navigate this space that you're not used to before versus like, oh, where the fuck is everything?
Nat 20.
Funnily enough, you find this kitchen to be very similar to what you grew up with. Like things are stored in the same places. A lot of the utensils, silverware, pots, pans, etc. Like they're all like materially the same. Like you feel like you're back home cooking. Even to the point where Kendra's kind of looking at you like, hello, and you went home because you kind of go into like a trance of this.
Yeah.
This is your zone. This is you meditating.
Yes.
Um,
She kind of snaps out of her like thing, kind of looks at me and is like, is this okay?
no, you're fine too. I've never seen anyone get so into this and not burn themselves, I guess. Like you kind of became like a droid for a minute there. You just, yeah, you good?
My mom taught me well, and my dad taught me to be resistant to hot things. So I'm not really scared to burn myself.
She
while
leans
I'm
in.
cooking.
Is that true about all hot things? Because I see how you are with the witch.
That's crazy. Damn. I was muted, but the hardest damn came out of my mouth when you said that.
Rain's gonna look at her and be like, listen, everyone has their weaknesses, but you don't have to talk about it.
She kind
It's just them two. Rain's gonna say what she wants.
You know that like you when you're holding a hot cup with both hands like very close to your chest and your elbows are like against your ribs and she's looking at you with her calf going. She kind of leans towards the window of the kitchen to connecting the bar. Well, judging by how she looks in the morning, I think I can see why you have a weak spot for her.
I just think she's a nice person. I kind of just want to get to know her a little better. Is she attractive? Yeah, but I kind of just wanted to make a friend, and I thought she'd be fun to make friends with.
She just kind of leans in close to you. If it helps at all, me and Rick started out as friends, and I found out she likes tall girls because we were friends, so I get it.
That's very sweet.
Yes. That being said, you have full run of the kitchen. I'm gonna, go out front. She kind of like slinks out, giving you like a knowing smile of like, make it.
Oh, she's gonna stop her real quick and give her a little bit of food to share.
She takes it very, very like, thankfully and just goes, be sure to make your friend something special. And she kind of just like gives you that like knowing look of
The mom look.
not only the mom look, but also that like, listen, as a fellow lesbian, I see what you're doing. I encourage it. Get that. And then she just like slides out of the kitchen. And Bombix,
Is Rain just completely oblivious to that look of just like, okay.
Bombix, all you see is Kendra walk out, just give you a knowing look, and then just walk away. Not saying anything, she just gives you a look and just walks off.
This is in the morning.
Yo, this is the first thing in the morning.
Then Bombix is again, titties out, just like a little skirt, like a midi skirt wrapped around her waist. She's in the middle of like washing her face or something. Appropriate bathroom fog censoring the nipple as she walks by, and then I feel like something just happened.
Oh, nothing, dear.
Okay.
Just confirming a theory. Don't worry about it. And she goes back into her room, and
I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it, and then goes back to washing her face.
Back to the kitchen, however.
Rain is expecting her brother to walk through those doors at any minute, so she's got coffee on hand, ready, and his favorite breakfast foods.
Okay. How long is Ragnar staying asleep? Because apparently Ragnar's involved in this now.
Yes. Oh, of course he is.
I know.
Ragnar wakes up for the first time without a pain in his throat.
I think I'm gonna say without a shirt on.
Also that. He never, well, I don't know. Also that. He also just doesn't sleep with a shirt on, so.
For those at home watching, take that as notes. All fan art needs that now.
But yeah, he doesn't have to clear his throat of the blood that's there when he wakes up anymore.
Mm-hmm. You do eventually make it downstairs and you find Rain prepping for the morning meal. As you're passing, you also do pass Kendra, who just gives you a cheerful good morning, carrying with her a plate and a cup of her own and going back to her room, where you hear Rick shout, "Honey, you will not believe what I just saw." Before the door closes.
They're having an exciting morning.
Can Rain hear that?
No, that's upstairs. So Ragnar's coming down to you.
Still shirtless, because, of course.
This party has no conception of being properly dressed.
We all need to go to Old Navy and buy some shirts, because damn.
I would say he's wearing kind of like harem pants, just very loose fitting, very flowy, because he's used to tight fitting armor. So this is him finally getting back to where he used to be in terms of comfort. And he'll immediately walk over and mess up Rain's hair as he walks by.
Her hair is in braids, so to mess that up, she's like, "You know how long I spent on my hair this morning?"
For the record, I'm reminding you, Ragnar, she is in the kitchen, so there's a slew of objects of which she can use, and I would not stop her.
The knife. She will take her braids out and kind of just let her hair kind of be wavy and loose at that point.
Is it a slow-mo head toss?
The toss.
Okay. Again, for those at home watching, we need the visual descriptions.
And she'll sit down across from Ragnar, and the look on her face to Ragnar is just, we have shit to talk about. But she's also letting him kind of wake up because it's the early morning. But she's like,
"Are you gonna hold the coffee hostage?"
She has her coffee. Okay, let me see if I can. I don't know if the audience will be able to see this.
No, it's just, that's for us.
Friends at home who are actually watching this. She has her coffee in front of her, and she's just got the look of, we need to talk. But she's not saying that. She's just got the daggers. They're kind of like, we're going to talk about what happened.
Yeah, he knows that look. And he's going to grab the nearest vessel to hold hot spicy bean juice. And
you care about size of vessels, or are you just grabbing the nearest one?
One that fits in his hand.
Okay, you do find a pint glass.
Okay. And he will pour himself a cup of coffee and a water first. And he'll down the water before he starts sipping the coffee.
So am I going to have to ask you, or are you just going to start talking? Okay,
what
so
do
I'll
you want to know?
What happened? And you can't read her emotion in terms of like, is she happy? Is she upset? Is she confused? Like her emotions are just expressionless at this point. And she kind of just very simply, so what happened?
If I'm gonna be honest with you, I wish I could tell you. The most I can chalk it up to, and forgive my language for saying this, and he's gonna look at you and then look upstairs. Jedi bullshit.
She'll try to hold back laughter and kind of like a little bit of a snicker, and she'll go, "So, you're telling me that in 3 days' time, you decided to pick up the Jedi, hold her hostage, take her somewhere, have a private conversation, you two come back with the same scar and affectionately holding hands? Am I to assume that's right?"
To be genuinely honest with you, I did not expect her to do that, if that is any consolation. And to be even more honest with you, I don't think she expected to do that either.
From me, which that are you talking about?
The level of healing
Oh,
that
okay.
she did.
Okay, I had to be sure we were talking about the exact same that. That's what I'm like, wait, which one?
Yeah.
Which? There were like 4 that's in
There's
Rain's
so many that's,
accusation.
yeah.
Which one were you going with?
I don't think, because I'm assuming that any points to his neck. I'm assuming this is the bigger issue you're talking about.
You're about the same.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. And she'll like reach her hand out to like touch his. She's like, "I'm happy
Yeah.
that
He
you're
immediately
connecting with
takes it.
people. I'm happy you're connecting with people because Lord knows we're both trying. It's been us for so long. But we don't know these people. And I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want me to get hurt. We might have to split at a moment's notice and we can't get connected that way. It's only been 3 days.
I know.
I just want you to remember what happened and try to stay as neutral as possible until we know these people. And I mean, really know them.
I've been leading with my emotions a lot. It's hard not to, especially here. I will not.
So get a knowing smile. Oh, continue. Sorry.
Especially not after seeing the first kid that looked like us growing up.
She'll get a knowing smile on her face and kind of a, "You're right." And she'll look at him and "I'm so happy you're getting in touch with your emotions because I want you to do that. I want you to be able to trust people. But we still have to be on guard, just in case."
He'll grip her hand a little tighter. I'm always looking out for us, little wolf.
She'll kind of look down and then she'll look back at him and what's left of his scar. And she's like, "Aren't I the one as the older twin who's supposed to be looking out for us, how come you keep protecting me?
At this moment, Ragnar, in the corner of your eyes, you see 6 heads above each other lined up like, yeah, why? I'm kidding. You actually don't see that, but it would be really cool if you did.
Plot twist, it's not the characters in the game, it's us players just operating into existence.
Paige, I love you. I was just about to say that. We're one
brain cell pudding.
brain cell.
Anyway,
One brain cell.
back to the moment. Back to the moment.
Well, maybe if you quit running so far away, I wouldn't have to run to protect you. But you know I'm always going to run after you.
See, this is why I think you'd be a good leader. I don't think I would do very well, but with your wisdom, I think Dad was wrong. I think you'd make a great leader. And maybe one day you will, if that's what you want.
He's going to lean back in the chair and look over Rain's shoulder and get kind of lost for a second. I hope that someday I might be able to live up to my own expectations with that.
You remember the day that you got your injury and we were both trying to escape? And I held on to your hand really tight and you held on to mine as we got in the ship. The fact that you hung on and you're still here today proves to me that you could stand up to any adversary and surpass their expectations of who you are. You can go down any path and not just go down it, but mow down any path that stands in your way. You protect the people you love. And I think that beyond being my twin, beyond being 2 shunned Mandalorians, I think you'd make a great name for yourself. And Ragnar will be heard across the galaxy, whether I'm there or not. It's something that I think in a better life, our father would be proud of. But I want him to be so jealous of the man you become because he could never be that man. And he knows that he could never be that man.
Ragnar starts to cry a little. First of all, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck both of you. All of us over here like dying.
Second of all, regardless of the man I become, what leader you see me as, If you aren't standing next to me, I don't want it. We're in it to the end. Whatever that may be.
Just promise me one thing. If not that. That you'll woo with someone that you can trust and that will understand you. Whether that's someone we know now or someone we'll know in the future. But I just want to know that you're going to be protected after you've done the protecting.
I promise.
Now that we've got that out of the way. Big sister moment here. So are you still in? Because I need to know. Because if so, then I could just go have a real quick chat with her. Nothing crazy. But I need to know that I know who I'm dealing with.
He'll lean back once again and get real pensive for a moment in his cup of black coffee. And he'll go, I'm not sure just yet. That being said, she is a nice shade of pink.
I didn't know you liked
Purple?
pink.
Pink? Purple? I don't know. I've got one dead eye. I can't
Purple?
say much. Purple?
New headcanon.
Right.
Ragnar is both partially blind and colorblind.
Okay, but in his defense, he's not entirely wrong. She does have ombre shades of pink on her skin.
He's just not saying where the pink was.
My apologies for shouting purple in the chat. I just instinct. Sorry, I'm gonna go die.
No.
It's fine.
Do you know what
I that you like purple.
I wear black all the time. Color is kind of nice sometimes.
Well, pink looks good on you because the amount of time you were blushing yesterday, I'd say there's a pretty good pop of color on your cheeks.
Well, that was red, first and foremost. And second of all, if you don't start doing the same thing with a gray-shaded friend of ours, I might beat your ass.
Oh, yeah, just saw
The flip back.
so
Shit. The Uno reverse finally comes.
Well, if we want to play a game when we first met everyone, what the ferric is up with that?
She'll look at Ragnar and she'll get a little serious again and she'll go, you have been my only friend since we have been born. I have been surrounded by dignitaries, diplomats, and people who just don't give a fuck. For the first time in a long time, I've met someone who actually cares and has actual, interesting, intelligent conversation. More intelligent conversation than a dignitary, a leader has. She's interesting, and I want to know everything about her, her culture, who she is. And yet, we've only known each other for 3 days. She likes books a lot. And I kind of want to help her steal them. Just to see if we could do it.
Stop!
I was gonna Ragnar's gonna. Does Ragnar know Kyrie is still in the house?
No,
Or does he know if he still is?
Kyrie has already left for the day. During all this time, Hesper and Sammy are in the basement. Bombix is titties out upstairs getting ready for the day. Uter and like the dining area, and Kyrie has already eaten and bailed. The only one you do not know for sure where he is Belle.
Okay.
That could, and that's a mystery that no one probably can solve except for Belle himself.
I feel so bad. What was mentioned about Kyrie? I was taking notes.
Wait, you, as in like you don't know where she is, or you like need me to
No,
repeat?
I just need a quick refresh of what was said about Kyrie in character because I was.
Okay.
Oh, I said that I could help Bombix steal Kyrie's boots.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I'm adding that to the notes.
Leave my boots alone, damn it!
Adding
They
it
do
to the
nothing
notes
to you.
that Rain is gonna help steal the.
Kyrie does not have a lot in life. Can she have her fucking
You
boots?
can buy as many fucking boots as you goddamn
But I
want.
like these ones. These
Hey,
ones are on my feet.
Remember, everyone. Last thing before they get back to the scene, I'm just headcanning that Belle's suction cup to the ceiling, listening to this. Like, yes, my little twin children, hash out the fucking tea. Anyway, back to the scene.
Ragnar will chuckle a little bit and say, "Well, you have 3 days." Do you like her?
What do you mean?
Okay. And he'll look back up and goes, I know. And he's trying to be as... Zach is trying to put this into words. Because little brother knows his sister's orientation. Do you see yourself going any further with her?
We're friends. And that's all I'll say. That's probably how it'll stay. But who knows? As of right
Okay.
now, I like her. We're friends.
So, how good of friends do you want to be? Best friends? Close friends?
The type of friend who could help you kill your father and not question why. Because I feel like she'd be down for that, you know? Like, we've talked about it and we've discussed that it's kind of a thing, right? But like, I genuinely feel like if I told her that we're killing our father, she'd immediately show up. No questions asked, no holds barred. She'd be there and ready to kill him.
I feel
that's
like
the kind of
that's
friend that I
just
want.
her vibe, though.
But also, she'd make a damn good soldier. I'm just saying. Thinking about it logistically from a military standpoint and a leadership standpoint, I could see her being the head of the military. I could see her lead. Why are you sighing? This is a real answer.
It is a real answer. I will give you that. But that being said, you're only proving my point more. Get her those fucking boots. Like your life depends on it. And she will thank you for the rest of your life.
See, here's the thing. How are we going to do that?
That's not a me question. Why are you asking me?
Because you're my twin brother. If I do something stupid, you got to be there right with me. Excuse me. And you're also my little brother. So if I say to do it, you have to do it. Duh. Sibling hierarchy.
He's just going to take a sip of his coffee and go, you're the stealthy one.
I mean, yeah, you're right. You did kind of dent the wall when we first got here.
Listen,
I'm listening. It still happened.
It's not my fault that I'm stronger than a wall.
The wall is currently filing charges.
He can talk to my my rich ass father. Anyway.
Listen, I am happy though that we're making friends and that we're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
But another thing I wanted to talk about was what's gonna happen when we meet those mercenaries? What are your plans?
The look of joy drops off of Ragnar's face for a second. And you see that look. I don't give a fuck about the rest of them. You know which one I want to take the head off of.
So you're willing to kill them?
I don't know what it is. There's something. There's a part of me that wants to change the view. Change the view of how we, our people, are seen. Be a voice, be a image. That we're all not just murderers and hired guns. But at the same time, every time I meet another one of our people that chooses to live the life like he does, it does not help that bloodlust. So, to answer your question, do I desire for death? No. Am I going to deal it out to him, if given the opportunity? Yes. I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for, but I would also love to know what the more intelligent and diplomatic of the two of us believes and thinks.
She'll look down at her coffee and she'll get this look on her face of like almost pained thinking. And she'll look back at him and she'll say, do you think that they've had the same thought that you just had? Because innocents have been dying. A whole moon is enslaved. And the only way to make sure that this stays dead is to kill them without hesitation.
I know what you're getting at. And I know the promise that I made.
I'm just
And
saying that I think that hesitation isn't an option here. Thought process and mental thinking about these kind of things isn't an option. It's a kill or be killed situation. And I don't think we'll be seen as murderers if we extinguish the problem.
I see it that way as well.
So then are you going to follow that rule? Or will you hesitate?
I will not yield. And he will look at you with the same determination as when he told you all that time ago that he was going to fight their father. This time, though, you don't see the boy. You see a Mandalorian.
Above table? That was fucking epic, first of all.
Honestly,
Amazing.
Not to rip you two out, but I think that's a good place to like switch to other people because like that was
Yes.
a good
Yes.
fucking moment for both of you.
Yes.
Good soup.
I think like a good, session. We all need a cigarette break after that. I think this would be a good spot to take a break. Everyone get up and stretch, shake off the vibes that we just got to fucking endure from all that. Contemplate how some of us are gonna hide our boots, and when we come back, we will roll to see if Bell or Bombix get their turn next. Because yeah, we got Sammy out of the way, we got Rain, and we got Kyrie. While Ragnar and Hesper got to have some of their time, we do got to get at least the other two in once before we carry on with things. So everyone get up, stretch, do a quick break. We'll be back in just a bit. Audience, you'll get a few seconds and we'll be back. BRB. Okay, before we get copyright strike, that was too many seconds. Okay, we're back.
Sorry.
No, I was waiting intentionally. I'm watching the clock. Like, okay, can we get away with so much? Wait for it. Cool.
I mean, I can guarantee us a copyright strike with my soundboard.
Don't you do it.
No.
No.
Wait till the 69th episode. That way we can just completely mute the entire thing and no one else can know. Anyway, we're back. Welcome back, audience. Last we left off, character development. I did roll before the break returned, and we know who's starting things off, and it's going to be our favorite goth chick, Bombix.
Is that my official introduction?
No, I just felt like because you were taking a sip. I'm like, how can I stretch this out a little bit? It was you or Belle. It was one of those like, if I stay with the B sound, it's like, oh shit, which one is it?
No, yeah.
So yeah,
No, that's fair.
Bombix, what we do know of your morning has been you washing and getting ready, getting a weird, knowing look from Kendra, and then you returning, I'm assuming, to get fully dressed before heading downstairs, because God knows who might be down there.
I mean, I have no shame.
No, but you also know that this home is attached to the cantina, and the last thing you want is Kendra getting in trouble for a customer seeing you naked. There are health standards for.
She's fully aware of that. I'm not sure she's fully aware of the consequences of walking around topless.
I feel like it would have been established by the two of them as a ground rule. just as a like, hey,
Call me in the morning, like, hey,
we're cool with it, but like we do own
cover the biddies.
Yeah. Downstairs, no. Upstairs, do you?
Bombix is like, this was like what everyone did when I was like a kid. What do you mean this isn't like a thing? Okay, whatever.
Space
that's
OSHA
fine.
has problems about, tits out at the restaurant.
Also, this canonizes that when Bombix went to live with her bestie,
Mhm.
no one told her that she can't just be topless.
No, yeah.
So she's just sometimes a topless
Yeah.
inmate.
The people of Empress Teta are very accepting of the humanoid form. There is less shame and puritanical views of it.
So Bombix has never been in a setting where anyone's told her cover your biddies.
Yeah. And this is actually canon. The people of Empress Teta are kind of like, I don't want to say hoity-toity, because they're not, but they do have a sense of they relish in themselves because they are all not wealthy, but like doing well, like in terms of things. So like, there's no shame over anyone's form. There's no shame over like one's class. Everyone's well off enough that like, arguably, you could be naked and just say it's fashion, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like there's
You're
obviously
right.
there's obviously situations where like contextually you shouldn't be in certain garb because like don't walk into a daycare in a situation that could be weird. But obviously there's still that sense of like, yeah, within reason you can be guns out, funds out kind of vibe.
Right.
Yeah, so like Bombix has never had that context.
I love how we established Bombix's views of nudity. First thing. That's great. Glad we established that.
Yeah, no, like canonically, Bombix probably had very few experiences where she was told to cover up, except for when she was with that one group of people who just didn't like her in the long run.
That's true.
But that's because, they're controlling assholes,
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
But other than that, yeah, your morning's been pretty like chill. We'll say for timing wise, you probably came downstairs after the twins had their conversation, so they're going about their morning. But you also did get a because unlike Ragnar who went downstairs, you kind of stayed a little longer and heard it. You overheard your hosts discussing how the Twi'lek girl threw a mug at the redhead in the basement, and that kind of piqued your interest. And you interpret
brain goes, are we throwing things at people now?
You interpret a bit of like a shenanigans are happening. I'm interested. In basement, you say? Say less. And you kind of like scurry down the stairs, bypass the kitchen, and go right for this basement area. What you find upon reaching there, are you trying to be sneaky, or are you just kind of like strutting down like you own the place?
Can I say that like I'm not trying to be sneaky, but Bombix is naturally light on her feet, so if no one sees her, that's not a surprise. I know that's very oddly specific, but speaking from real life experience.
Roll a stealth.
So it's just you because you just wandered into a room and then suddenly I have a heart attack because I didn't see you walk in.
These are roaming hours. Leave her alone.
For 3 minutes, and you did not know.
You have roaming hours. Don't judge her.
Okay. Stealth?
Yes, roll a stealth, and Sammy and Hesper combine roll a perception. Because you two are doing something together.
Yeah.
That was a 10, so this is probably a day when Bombix is received.
I got a 17.
I rolled a 14.
Oh.
Well, hold on. While you aren't able to like do your normal I just appear, hi, how you doing? You are able to get up behind them before they notice you. And you don't get to startle them. They both pick up that someone's nearby. And you've entered the room as the two of them are finishing discussing about some crystal that Hesper is putting back in a box. You don't know the context beyond that.
Okay.
And they both notice you as you appear behind them.
Sorry, the way that both of your faces were at that moment was like
I imagine
nearly
that's
the
what
same
that's what
expression.
their faces looked like.
I love
Probably.
that. I love
Mm.
the two good aligned characters meeting the one probably not good aligned character.
Mm-hmm.
At least the alt vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Bombix is like dressed for like working out, so she was like
Mhm.
already prepared to like do something with her day, and then she just fully was like sidetracked. So she's here. She was looking at you guys. She goes, are you guys heard you were throwing things at each other? Is this like a thing?
More like
I was testing a theory with Hespa, trying to deduce if she was something I assumed she was.
Mm. And was she?
Yes.
And I looked down at like the shards of the glass mug. So that was an indicator that that was like what you were thinking?
Not that, something else we tested out.
Oh.
Sammy's gonna look at you confused and being like, Bombix has never like shown this sort of curiosity to me before. Like, remember, the most interaction the two of them have had is Bombix just straight up insulting Sammy constantly.
Which is also Bombix not trying to insult her.
Yeah.
It just comes off as her being a bitch. So Sammy's convinced that Bombix is a bitch, and Bombix is just convinced that Sammy
No,
doesn't like
Sammy's
her.
convinced
She's like, well,
Bombix does not like her at all.
they're both convinced that they don't like each other, and maybe they don't.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit of maybe it's both things are true. I don't
things
know.
can be true at the same time.
Two things can be true at the same time. They're convinced the other person doesn't like them, and they don't like that other person just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Bombix just gonna be like, okay, all right. I mean, sure. I was under the impression that you guys were just like breaking shit and throwing shit, so I'm a little disappointed that that's not what's happening here.
Why would I do
Disappointed.
that?
I don't. I mean, do you guys not like do that for
You
fun?
wanna throw stuff around?
I mean, do you not?
I mean,
And Bombix is fully serious
to.
right now.
I mean, I was
Sorry, what was it?
I was taught not to intentionally break stuff.
Oh.
I mean, I was told not to intentionally break stuff either, but I do it anyway.
I mean, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised when you were like piloting the ship. It was giving very like reckless abandon. I'm just gonna get things done, you know? That was okay. I see the furrowed brows. That's a cool thing. I thought it was cool. I'm doing it again. Okay.
I thought it was cool.
I'm not I swear I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation.
It's really funny.
I love this so much.
Bombix literally closes her eyes and rubs her forehead. She's like, I'm doing it again. Okay. You know, you points to Sammy.
Mhm.
You're good at not breaking things that you throw. Right?
I try my best not to break them.
Right. Okay. Maybe you guys might have fun catching more difficult targets.
Sammy's gonna look over to Hesper, being like, what is Bombix talking about?
Hesper
I mean-
just kind of shrugs, but then goes, "Go on."
And Sammy
mean-
will lean in, like, quietly, like, yes, continue and explain.
Well, I don't know much about you, smuggler, and where you're at, but I think Tails over here has a pretty good concept of catching things midair, right?
I'm sorry,
Tails.
Close enough. Look at that Miles Tails power.
Oh my god.
I love it. And okay, collecting myself. Sammy's like, yes, that's something they try to train us to do.
Right. Padawan. That whole thing. So there's a little bit of a game that I used to play where you have to catch something a little more fast. A little less shatterable.
Like, what exactly?
So sorry.
You okay, honey?
Get yourself a drink of water.
Oh my god.
no.
I'm dying. Okay. I think Bombix is gonna make a quick beeline out of the basement, rummage through her stuff, run back. Y'all remember how she got that blaster and I said I was gonna give it to other people and I never gave it to anyone?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So she comes back into the basement and she has it like in like I'm gonna imagine that this is like more modern style and for some reason there's like a little hole for the trigger. Someone said that. So she like spins it around her finger for a second and then she tries to catch it and she fumbles it a little bit and she's like so, and then immediately like goes into the room and is like, now this is a really fun game. So one person stands on that side of the room. Another person has this little toy, stands on the other side of the room. The shooter has to shoot towards the subject on the opposite side. And the one who's getting shot at either has to be quick enough to dodge or be tapped in enough to stop the blast.
What is this, Huttese roulette?
Might be.
I'm sorry, you want us to do what?
Catch a blaster. Or jump out of the way. Either works. The goal is to not get shot. But honestly, if you get shot, it's still kind of fun. It's a satisfactory sort of pain of like ooh, all right, I'll get him next time,
Is there a stun setting on that thing?
Yeah, are we talking stun rounds or live rounds?
There's a stun setting?
In that moment, Sammy, you
Okay,
think
so yeah, okay, continue.
in that moment, there's a part of you that goes, this sounds like the training remotes, but without stun bolt. And then there's a party that's thinking back to all those years you've taken like a bolt to the hip, or you didn't block with your saber knife going, those could have been live rounds?
Yeah,
Where-
there's a reason that they don't let Sammy use the live round setting on the probes yet.
And there's also a part of you going, where the fuck did Bombix grow up where this was a thing?
Sammy's gonna blink. That sounds an awful lot like the training we go through at the temple, but we do not, to my knowledge, use live rounds, let alone have to just dodge the attacks ourselves, except instead of reflecting it with the saber. I'm not allowed to use my saber for this, I'm assuming?
I mean, I normally didn't, but if you want to, you can.
So just pure dodging out of the way.
Or
stopping with the
Yep.
she turns to Sammy with the
force.
The force. That thing. The thing that I just tried 5 minutes ago.
That's what that was?
What?
Oh my god. Okay, because I heard the mug thing. I thought there was like a little something in the air, but I thought I could have imagined it. That was you.
I mean, I didn't break the mug. I made one of the fruits float.
The mug thing was
Oh!
me, but she managed to make a fruit float off the ground.
So all I'm hearing is you're a player.
Hesper like looks around for a second. He just goes.
Which side of the wall do you want to stand on? Shooter or catcher?
Catcher.
All right.
I'll be
And then-
daring. But Hesper's gonna like snatch the pistol for 1 second to put it to stun, and then puts it back into her.
Really quick, because you're doing that. One, you need to roll sleight of hand against Bombix's strength. Because you are holding it, so your strength needs to compete. Does she get out of your hands?
Okay, so I roll for...
Yeah, you're rolling a strength check, and Hesper's rolling a sleight of hand. Meanwhile, Sammy is just flummoxed like, we're doing this? Everything in Sammy's brain is like, this was supposed to be a good morning.
I got a 13.
A what?
19.
13. So I lose.
You don't get it out of her hands unless she relinquishes it to you.
And she goes,
What are you doing? Why?
Putting it to stun.
What does that do?
It's so I don't die, Bombix.
You won't die. You just get out of the way. Is there something that you're not understanding of the game? I can explain it again.
Alright, I just lost an impulse roll. You know what? How about I do this first, Hesper? You watch me do it.
Sure.
And if at any point you don't feel comfortable after watching me do it, you do not have to do it.
Go ahead.
I mean, if you guys wanna like adjust the game, that's fine. I all I know is you point and you pull the trigger. Like,
I will do it your way, Bombix, if that's what you wish to do.
sure, if you're down to play.
I mean, we've gotten this far on this planet. Let's see what happens. And Sammy will go position herself against the wall. Sorry, my impulse roll. I failed it. The rascal side's coming out because Sammy is actually very curious about this.
We'll say that the basement is about 75 feet length.
Mm-hmm.
So you have enough space where you don't have to worry about being point blank.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about, we'll say, 20 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's a spacious basement. It's a storage basement.
Mm-hmm. She's not gonna draw her saber though.
Okay. For this, I will say Bombix, you're rolling to attack first. And Sammy, you get to do, instead of an AC, you're doing an acrobatics or a athletics.
Okay.
Unless you want to try catching it, then it's a wisdom.
Wisdom.
Like you'd be doing like a wisdom save to catch it. You can pick which one and not tell us.
Okay.
Against Bombix rolling to attack with the blaster. This is such a weird ass fucking game. I love it.
Okay, hang on.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Do you
Since you're doing
add to attack rolls?
what?
I mean, these can be straight. I'm all of a sudden I'm doubting how things work.
Just roll d20 for attack to see if you break her AC.
Okay. Just before she shoots, she's gonna be like not even really aiming yet, but look at Sammy and be like, "That's where you want to stand?"
You told me to stand over here.
Shoots.
Oh shh.
My God.
It's giving the on the count of 3, 1, 2, bang.
So I rolled an 8.
Oh.
Okay. What did Bombix roll?
19?
Oh, jeez.
That clearly was enough of a quick, like, not distraction, but you were so engaged with the conversation you did not have enough time to prepare. The bolt hits you square in the shoulder,
Oh.
and you kind of stumble back a bit.
Was it a live round?
For this exercise, we're not going to roll damage, but we're going to say that you definitely felt it. Because Bombix is intentionally making this a game, not actual combat. You definitely felt it, and your arm is, like, thrumming with pain, but not like, oh god, she blasted your arm off. You're gonna bruise.
Oh.
Comics, she does that. Sammy gets hit. She goes, Rip! Padawan, I thought you would catch that.
Oh.
For the record, I do need the twins, and because
I
need
was
to-
just gonna ask.
Belle, are you actually inside or are you off somewhere else? I need to know before.
Belle is on the roof.
Okay, so I need Belle and the twins to roll perception. What did you get?
As a 19 on the die.
Oh shit. That's an 18 on the die for Ragnar.
Okay.
God.
And how did
Plus 7 for
Is
Belle.
this game going to become a group activity?
Hold on, Brain, how did you do?
I rolled, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
That's true. 5.
Brain, you didn't hear shit.
Nope. I didn't.
Boys,
I really
however,
didn't. I zoned out hard. Don't know what's happening.
Boys, you definitely hear a blaster shot. However, because it's just one, and it came from within the building, you're both waiting. Because you are aware that the group have weapons on them. So for the moment, you are aware someone fired a shot. You're waiting to see what follows. Sammy, how do you react to that shot now?
So I rolled low on my impulse roll, but I'm not sure if it's enough for me completely lose my shit.
Okay.
I think she's still a little under control, but she's gonna look. She's like kind of keeled over, holding her shoulder. She's gonna look at Bombix with, you know how Sammy's usually had like a calm expression and stuff on her face.
Mm-hmm.
This is Bombix's first time seeing a look of anger
Ooh.
on Sammy's face.
Elated.
And she's gonna draw her saber out and ignite it.
Ooh. Okay.
What? Hey, that's not a part of the game. Here.
Oh, I'm making it a part of the game now.
Okay. Well, it's your turn to shoot since you lost, so you shoot at me, and then I try to catch it, or I dodge.
How does Sammy react to the idea of getting to shoot back?
She's just gonna extinguish her saber and not even take it from Bombix. She's gonna, from the force, rip it from her hand.
You did say it's her turn, so I'm assuming you're not holding it tightly. It's going to fly to her hand. Hesper, I'm going to imagine you're probably getting that, like, oh shit, mom and dad are fighting look.
Yeah, she's definitely like, oh.
And I'm rolling one more. Okay. She's not going to shoot at you immediately.
Okay. That was actually my next question.
Yeah. Bombix is like, but when you catch it, her fingers literally let go like she was waiting for you to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is getting good.
And she kind of struts up, taking your place, and she's like looking at you, like almost wants to give you like a congratulatory pat on the back, like, hey, you took a shot, that was great, but like is also like, I don't know if we're friends like that, but we're playing, so at least that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And Bombix is ready to try to.
Full disclosure of why
Stop
Sammy's
it.
upset. She's never gone through anything like this. She's
Oh yeah.
never been having the opportunity to prepare and stuff. She's never had that ripped away from her.
This is definitely a new
Mm.
experience of someone actually getting her without her being ready.
Yeah.
So arguably, this is more about pride than anything.
Yeah, and old younger Sammy behavior is starting to come out because of it. That's part of like a darker part of herself that she's been trying
Would
to
you say there's a
conceal.
tiny bit of competitiveness coming out too? Because
Yeah.
you got me, you bitch.
Yeah. Okay. All right, she'll walk over to where Bombix was standing as they swap places.
For the record, the rule will be the same. Sammy, you roll attack. Bombix, you can either roll athletics, acrobatics, or a wisdom save to catch it.
So I just do a straight up D20, yeah.
And you don't have to tell me, Bombix, which one you roll. Just tell me the result.
Okay.
Oh, fucking Christ. Okay. I rolled a 7.
I got a 10.
Okay, really quick. Boys and Rain, roll another perception because you guys heard a second blaster go off. It wasn't a game, they're Dadish. Sorry, for those at home, you guys don't see the chat. Ragnar is saying, even for Ragnar and Rain levels of childhood, this is nuts. How did the three perceptions rule?
I would say that Ragnar, after the first shot, is even more perceptive, and the minute he hears a second, he's immediately going downstairs.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Bell.
I'll still roll though.
Yes, of course, to see if you even heard it.
Yeah.
Because I rolled a 6, but if Ragnar's leaving because she
But you didn't hear anything, but if Ragnar reacts, you're gonna follow.
Yes.
Okay. And how did Bell do from his rooftop?
21.
Yeah, you definitely heard a second
15
shot.
for Ragnar.
Ragnar, you heard a second shot.
So using my telepathy, immediately gonna go to action.
Gonna go to what?
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see who gets the message.
Oh god! Remember, Kyrie's not there.
Oh.
No, no. The 3 people are Sammy, Bombix, and Hesper.
Oh, okay.
Reroll. Hey, Hesper.
Yes.
You hear the distinct voice of Belle going, "Who's shooting who?"
It's okay, Dad. No one's hurt.
She just says, "It's just a game."
That might be more concerning. I don't know why, but that'd make me more concerned as an adult.
Now an impulse roll.
Yep, while you're rolling for the impulse, the twins, you guys are heading towards the sound of the shot. Well, Ragnar is. Rain's just kind of like, where are you going? We'll get to the impulse in a second. Sammy, you fired.
Mm-hmm.
Bombix, you rolled higher. How does she
I'm
dodge
gonna
or does she catch?
I'm gonna say, just for flavor's sake, the shot itself was messy and not perfectly aimed directly at Bombix, which made her catching it a little messier as well. But she did manage to kind of Scarlet Witch it, move and like hold it in her hands, and her fingers are flexed and her hand is shaking, and the second that's like caught in her wave, she looks at it and it's like this itch has been scratched in her brain, and she's like and then looks at Sammy and is like, little messy, fun, and then whoo, and it hits the wall behind her. She goes, Hesper, you want to try?
Hesper, at this point, this is when you just finished talking to Belle. So you're definitely like,
Hold on, even I need to roll an impulse roll here.
a level of impulse checks tonight.
Okay, she looks between Bombix to Belle.
No, Belle's still outside. That was a telepathic thing. So unless you're looking up
Oh,
towards...
telepathic.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks at the door.
Okay.
So between Bombix and the door, and Bombix and the door, just goes, "I'm sorry," and like scoots.
The immediate, I don't want to get in trouble. Bye.
And we'll go over to try it out.
So you're gonna try bailing from the basement?
No, she's going to go play the game.
Oh,
she's saying,
okay.
Sorry to
okay.
Belle.
Okay. I get you. Okay, I thought you were saying sorry to the two of them. Okay, that was my bad. Okay.
No, she's saying sorry to Belle before playing the game.
Yeah, Belle, all you get from Hesper is a quick, like, very apologetic, sorry, click, and then like a click as if she hung up on you. So now you get to roll your impulse. Belle?
My impulse was below a 10.
Uh-oh. Is that good or bad?
I'll tell you. So, Hesper, you get another message. Just please make sure that no one dies. And
I'm gonna try my best.
And if anyone is in actual trouble, please call me. And Belle is on the rooftop doing
His own thing still.
Yep.
Okay. Right as you finish that little dialogue, the twins enter as you run over, I'm assuming to take the blaster or take Bombix's spot.
She'll take Bombix's spot.
Okay.
Bombix is gonna go over to Sammy and be like, "You want to aim this time, or do you want to take a breather?"
Sammy's just
Or,
gonna
like-
quietly glare at you and just shove the blaster in your hand and walk over to the side and watch.
Okay.
Sela, I love you so much. I
No,
love you so much. I love
This is
you.
so
I
good.
love you.
This is so
Sammy
good.
is pissed.
I love it. I love it.
The twins enter just as Sammy shoves the blaster into Bombix's hand, and Hesper gets to the other side of the room. You two are now watching what could only be described as Bombix taking aim at Hesper.
Sammy is also rolling
Yeah,
on her shoulder.
yeah,
I mean, the damage. She's
Sa-
just got a dark singe mark on her shoulder.
Which probably makes it even more confusing. Why is Sammy just letting this happen?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
I asked for this. Sammy asked for this.
It's fine. This is downtime. This is how we do it.
Listen, curiosity killed the cat.
Satisfaction brings it back.
Yeah.
Bombix is gonna point the gun at Hesper and be like, "All right, fly girl, got your feet planted?"
At least she's teaching good form.
Hesper like gets into the same like position that she does for when she's boxing.
Ooh, okay.
Because the stance is helpful for moving, so she'll get into that same stance and nod.
Try full palms. Yeah, we try to have it be like an instinctual thing, like the intention is to catch it, but if you can't, you can always dodge it as a backup. All right. She aims. She's intentionally being a little nicer to Hesper because, like, Sammy is a Padawan, so she knows she's trained like this, but Hesper is just some girl she got tossed around when she flew a plane, or piloted a ship.
Yeah.
So she's like giving it a second. All right, Bombix is gonna shoot.
So, in Hesper's case, if you're going to try doing the Force because you are very, very new to this, you will be rolling Wisdom at disadvantage.
Yeah.
However, if you're going to do acrobatics or athletics, you will have advantage because that's more your speed.
Mhm.
And also, you just watched both of them do it, so you think you know what you're doing.
she'll go with what she knows for the first round. So she'll
Okay.
go acrobatics. Okay. 18.
I also rolled an 18.
With that said, because you guys tied, and I know normally it'd be like a roll off, what I'm going to do is have Sammy.
Why me?
You'll see. I want you to roll a wisdom.
Ooh.
Wisdom save or just straight up wisdom?
Just a straight up wisdom.
11.
Do you give the help to Hesper, or do you try to take away from Bombix?
Help Hesper.
Oh.
So Hesper wins not by being moved away. Like, Sammy's not shoving her out of the way to, like, spite.
It's just like Sammy out of pure instinct. Like,
you're doing guidance.
yeah.
So, Hesper, you can do a d4 to add to your thing.
It's a +3, so 21.
So
21, right?
in this moment,
21.
In this moment, what Sammy taught you earlier kind of clicks finally. You said you're trying to dodge it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, your martial arts style has been very, as you said, boxer style. In a moment of pure instinct, you kind of pull a Sammy in cartwheel out of the way.
Oh. Oh, fancy.
As you land the thing, you're kind of looking at Sammy because of the way you're positioning, and you two share a look of, holy shit, did she just do that? Because out of instinct, Sammy was hoping you would dodge. You did, and there's that moment of, wait, did I interfere? Did she do that by herself? What's going on? But also, it's at that moment, Sammy, looking past her, you notice the twins are in the doorway.
Shit.
And Bombix, obviously, I'm thinking you're impressed that Hesper dodged.
Vastly impressed. Yeah, she goes, nice! Oh, looks like you can fly more than just ships, huh?
You have no idea.
All right, Tails, you want to go again? And she hasn't even registered that the twins are there.
Of course not.
No.
And she's just got this, like, it's almost like manic look in her eyes, like she's so thrilled. And it's so maniacal, but if Rain is there, she can pick up there's a little hint, like her smile is a little bit like how she smiles at Rain. Of like when she's just being friendly, there's a little hint of where this is what friends do.
Making sure, was that Ragnar saying no, as in like you're stepping in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You, Bombix, and everyone in the room feels a unruly amount of bloodlust die as he goes, is this a game?
Turns around. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's my game. Do you want to play? It's kind of like a dodging or catching thing.
Oh. If it's a game, and he'll walk over to you, Bombix,
Uh-oh.
and is going to turn the stun setting off.
It was never on.
Mm-mm.
Sammy
Sammy
has a blaster wound in her shoulder right now.
All right,
it was
then.
never set to stun.
Oh no. This is like when Dad catches you with the BB gun and you accidentally shot your friend.
And he's going to go over and stand against the wall.
Oh.
We have new player. She just stops and her face kind of drops and she's like, oh my god, I have new play. They want to play my game. It's like really quiet. They want to play my game. They want to play my
And
game.
he's gonna tilt his head, and you don't see any light behind his eyes. You just hear him go, "Take the shot."
Boom.
I just need to make sure. Are you in your armor or are you still in like just
He's
civvies?
so shirtless.
No,
Okay.
no,
That's
he's
how to-
shirtless.
Okay.
I
And
think Ragnar
Kitsune?
gets out.
Yeah.
he doesn't dodge.
You're gonna fail intentionally?
He's failing intentionally.
So
Oh.
does it even matter what I?
Nope, you're not gonna roll this. It's just you're gonna take a shot and you're gonna expect him to dodge, but he doesn't.
Great. Okay. I don't even think Ragnar can get out shot. He says take the and she's boom. It's like this vibe right now is like Echo and Jinx, but like way more malicious.
The way I know Sammy would instinctively do something, but I don't want to interfere.
Do you want to roll the impulse? This is roleplay. You're allowed to roll the impulse.
I'll roll an impulse. Like I want this to happen. But I know. I rolled a nat 1 on impulse.
Does that mean you're doing it or no?
I'm doing it. I'm
Okay.
going to. Sammy is going to reach out with the force and try to block the shot before it hits Ragnar.
Hold on, Ragnar. What?
He rolled a 19 on impulse.
Oh, this is just.
He's gonna yell at you, and it's gonna be angry.
Wait, who are you yelling
It
at?
was you.
Bombix?
The entire room.
Oh shit.
And it's gonna be, stay out of this.
Ooh. I want to
And he's
say
gonna
because that happened
walk
like
into the shot.
I'm gonna say because of the speed of all of it happening, Sammy, you do catch the bolt for just a second, and his shouting makes you instantly release. And because he's looking into it, it goes right into him. Where's the shot hit, Ragnar? Because you are a tall boy.
It's gonna hit him in the right shoulder. He knows that Bombix is a better shot than she lets on.
Oh.
And it's gonna hit his upper right shoulder. And he's gonna keep Bombix. You watch as he keeps walking forward.
That was only one shot. She's as he walks forward, she's like, if you're gonna play the game, I have very minimal rules.
Just wait.
He's not.
Now that you're played, it's not your turn anymore.
I need to know, is that the same arm that Sammy got hit in? Was the right arm?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was wasn't it her right arm that she got shot in, Sela?
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever you want.
Yes, I know that.
You know
that
what? For flavor.
no, that's why I was asking. I was just like, wait, are we just gonna continue the matching wounds?
Maybe
Why
okay.
not?
Okay. Because that's
Why
the
not?
best.
Sammy's kind of fucking scared right now.
Yeah, like this is intense. Holy shit.
It's supposed to be a fun little force game, guys. Okay.
I'm loving it.
Here's my headcanon. Bombix really isn't a good shot, but she's played this game so many times, she can hit the right shoulder like it's nothing. But that's the only place that she can hit.
Well, unfortunately, Ragnar does not react from the shot and still keeps walking.
Oh,
At
shit.
this moment, Rain's gonna walk up to Bombix.
I'm assuming you're gonna get in the middle of the two.
No, she's gonna take the blaster from Bombix.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Are you playing? Is this how many players do we have officially?
This is so escalated
There's a
quicker than
lot
I thought it
happening.
would.
He's gonna,
She's
to
gonna,
the point that
gonna take the blaster and look at Bombix and back up a little bit and be like, "This is not a game anymore. I'm serious. He will want you to kill him."
Okay, well, that's not how we play.
I
None of you guys
understand,
were
but that's
here
not
when I
how you
started this. Why is this
No.
suddenly an issue when you guys decided to get involved?
he's gonna step in front of Rain for just a second and take the blaster back.
Rain?
And he's
Okay.
gonna look dead at Bombix in the eyes and go, if you're going to take a shot and he's going to put it in your hands and he's going to put it right at the center of his chest and he's going to go, you aim for the core. And that is for the first time he is going to sound like his father.
Oh shit.
Okay. Bombix, she's looking at this, and she is really inquisitive right now, and she actually leans the blaster a little bit to the right. She's like, core's not gonna hit. Pulls up her shirt to show her scar. I should know. I don't want to miss, right? What are you expecting, huh? What, you
don't
couldn't
play
do
the
this
game if
yourself?
you're
Want
gonna
someone
mean
else to help you?
Oh shit.
I'm trying to have fun. From what I can tell, you're the only buzzkill here. So
He
you can
takes
play
it
my
back and
game.
shoots you point blank.
Can I catch it? Can I roll to force catch it?
You are point blank, so you'd have to have a disadvantage roll.
Can I?
If you would like to try.
I would like to try.
Ragnar roll attack. And you
Okay.
roll your thing at disadvantage, Bombix, because
Ooh.
again, this is point blank.
Okay. That wisdom 7.
What am I adding to this?
Nothing, it's just an attack
again?
roll. It's just an attack roll.
That is a 17 on the die.
You may try, Bombix, however, you were so engrossed in what you were saying, the speed in which he grabs it, turns it, and fires it, even you weren't ready. I would imagine you have a bit of mixed feelings, because 1, you got hit. 2, there is an air of, I don't know if Ragnar's playing, or if he's genuinely mad, but also, it's been a while since you've done this, so like there is that nostalgic, even if he's mad, I'm having fun. So you're definitely like a mix of feelings right now, I'm guessing.
Where would you say I got hit?
If it's point blank, I'm saying to Ragnar, you are definitely up to that.
He shoots you in the stomach first, and then he's going to take a second shot.
Hold on, before you do that second one, what's the impulse, Sammy?
Whoa!
I'm gonna try to force disarm Ragnar.
Okay.
So Ragnar needs to make either a strength.
Can
or
Hesper
dexterity.
also help because she's like, whoa?
How do you want to help, Hesper?
Can I do something wild?
What's the wild, and I'll answer if you can or not.
Can I do something wild? And when I mean wild, I don't mean wild.
Yeah, I mean,
mean-
we're kind of shooting each other point blank. Wild's on the table. Belle's just upstairs like, I'm meditating, I'm doing my morning thing.
Can Hesper try impulsively with the emotions that she's feeling, tap into the force, and maybe shake the room or shake Ragnar? And if she fails, she fails.
I don't know. I get you. I would say roll me a d20 flat first. I'm keeping track of everyone's actions, so that's why I'm kind of like playing this out
I just
first.
got a 10.
Okay, you have a 10. Really quick, remind me, what did Ragnar have to beat, Sammy?
It's my DC. He has to either roll a strength or dex throw,
Okay.
saving throw. He has to beat a 12.
Okay.
Like this will probably not fucking work at all.
Actually, no. We're gonna up it by 2.
It's probably still not gonna work.
I'm just saying, because of what Hesper's doing, the DC is going up by 2.
So what am I rolling?
Strength or dex?
Just straight strength?
Strength or dex, it's up to you, honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to beat a 14.
That's a 17 on the die.
Yeah, I knew it was
Okay,
not gonna
so
work.
what's going to be happening is, Ragnar, you're going to feel, the floor around you starting to, like, not tremble, but you don't feel as steadily, like, grounded. And immediately, as you're going to pull the second shot, you feel the gun tug towards Sammy.
She has her arm out. Can we please just stop?
Is all this enough to stop you from taking that second shot? And also, you at this point notice Hesper's arms out too, like as if she's doing what Sammy's doing.
You should take a second.
This is a
Please.
very, very dark place for Ragnar. And unfortunately, it comes without hesitation.
Shut
And
the
the
fuck up,
second
Tom.
and the second shot goes.
Where do you hit this time?
Well, you're gonna try catching it this time, Bombix, or you?
Oh.
Okay, you're gonna fail. Okay.
Oh. Where does it hit?
The exact same place.
Ooh.
The stomach?
Just a little bit lower and to the left.
Okay. Bombix takes that. And that's when she realizes this isn't a game. She goes,
At this point, though, I will say, Belle, you do notice the continual shots, and this is probably where you start to come downstairs. You don't get there immediately, but you are like, okay, this is getting weird.
Can we
Let
just
Bombix do
appreciate-
hey. Let Bombix do her thing. She said she wants to do a thing.
Yeah. I'm just letting
Let
Belle
her
know
do it.
this is where he's coming down the stairs because he's like,
Yeah.
wait, okay, this is getting a little like I'm hearing too many shots. I'm a little concerned now. But yes, what is Bombix gonna do?
she goes, I showed you where to shoot. If you don't want to get taken out, and you're gonna turn the fucking blaster on me, lifts up her shirt again, then aim right. You don't have to get involved, but if you're gonna try to take me out of this shit, then you better mean it. Last fucker missed, so don't be like him, huh? Simple as that. Target's right here. Or play my fucking game. Because that's what this was before you walked in. And I don't know what you're trying to make it.
Lives are not a game.
Then we're playing this like it is.
Yeah, I wasn't aiming for the core. That was your idea. Do you want to leave or do you want to play it right? Or whatever, fine. Game's fucking over. I get it. She leaves. Bumps Belle's shoulder. Leaves.
You don't know what you came into, Belle, but you clearly saw the end of it.
Okay. Completely unfazed by the shoulder check. Not phased. Heads in.
You do see Ragnar holding a blaster. Sammy has a bruise on her shoulder. Rain and Hesper, I'm assuming, have this look of, I'm gonna guess, shock, terror, and concern, and all these other emotions that are fleeting. The room is definitely tense when you walk in.
Belle is going to look to Ragnar currently. No?
He's visibly shaking and is going to start disassembling the blaster. Like,
Okay, that's my blaster.
Disassembly doesn't mean
No.
breaking it. It just means like taking so that way it can't be
He's
used. For the
field
moment.
stripping it.
Yeah,
No,
it's just a
he is-
field strip. It's
Give
not
it
going to
back
be.
to me. Just
Like
give it back
it
to
is
me.
Yeah,
You left.
yeah. To be fair, you did
Like-
leave the room.
Ragnar is not present. If that means anything.
I would argue you
anyone.
slipped back into a different time of your life, and you're kind of not there.
And he's just dropping the pieces on the floor as he's disassembling it.
Seeing that Ragnar is not there, looks to Rain. I'm guessing a game got out of her.
I couldn't hear you. What?
I'm guessing a game got out of hand.
Yeah.
Alright. Looks to Sammy. Do you need medical attention?
No, I don't.
Looks to Hesper. Are you hurt?
No, but I do know someone who is. And she's gonna, like, look angrily at Ragnar and walk out and head towards Bombix.
Rain, are you
Sammy's-
hurt?
oh.
Sorry.
As she walks out.
Sammy is going to take a long, quiet look at everyone. Her gaze is going to linger on Ragnar a moment. She knows that he's not paying attention. She's going to quietly go, "It was just a game." And she's going to follow after Hesper.
So just the Mandos and Bella in the basement.
Right. Belle will look to Ragnar. What do you need right now? Do you want me to go? Stay? Do you want to punch me? What do you want?
He, as he drops everything to the ground, he's gonna kneel down and you watch him start putting the gun back together. And you just hear him go, "Clear the chamber, put it in, push the knob, get it back." And it's
which
like
point-
trauma.
Sorry, go on.
It's just trauma trigger. Like,
At which point, Bell is going to gently place his hands on yours. Hey, look at me.
and he's gonna.
So, sorry, I was about to say
Yeah.
something. Brain fart and ADHD. Love it. You're in the dark right now. And gently takes your chin and turns it towards Rain. Your sister is the light right now. Focus on her. As he JM, very quickly.
Yeah. Sorry, I got very engrossed in all this. I'm sorry. I kind of was just like, whoa, all this is like way off script from anything I had planned for the night, and I'm loving the roleplay, but damn.
May I tap into something that I haven't tapped into for, or at least attempt to tap into something to... It's basically calming Ragnar down, but bear in mind this is the first time tapping into...
To use D&D terms, you kind of want to try calm emotions or something?
Even though I don't have it.
But like to that extent, like that's the idea.
To that extent, yeah.
Roll a D20 at disadvantage. Because one, the man's going through a very, very clear PTSD moment, and two, you're not
It's been
that, and also you're not his sister.
yeah. That was a 19. Are you actually kidding me? That was also a 19.
Well, the 19 is the answer then. Ragnar, how successful would you say he is?
Sorry, I was out for a second. What was that?
He's trying to not so much manipulate, but tap into your emotions to try calming you. Again, using the idea of saying, look at Rain, she is the light, come out of the dark. And he's trying to like walk you out of this PTSD moment. He rolled a 19. How successful would you say he was? Because I can't speak for your... Yeah.
I will say that it's less like obviously trying to like switch it off. It's more just like a
guiding voice.
A guiding voice that means you absolutely no harm. It's just a remember that your sister is the light right now, and is gently turning your head towards Rain. And it's almost like the beginning of a gentle warmth flowing through you.
He will look back and forth at the both of you and say, I did not intend for it to go that way.
I can imagine. I know
And
that it came from a place of good intentions, protection. And I don't blame you. I did catch one thing. Lives are not a game. You are absolutely correct. I know that you meant it with the best intentions.
that was not the way to go about it.
May I offer a bit of wisdom? You are free to turn me down. Did you catch what I said, Zach?
Yeah.
No. Even I was like, did he vanish?
Take this as a lesson. In that while the entire story and picture is not in clear sight, it is best to step away. But only step in when you have a clear sighting. Diving here first is one way to break your neck. However, and Belle will guide your hands into reassembling. It's like field stripping. If you start from the middle, you don't know where you're at. But as you started from the beginning with this, and clicks the last piece of the blaster with you, it becomes whole. And hands it to you.
We can come right back to this.
Yeah,
if
go for it.
if need be. I just know that Hesper needs to go soon, and I know they want to have one little quick thing. So if we want, we can come back to you three. But
Yep,
really,
sounds good.
Okay. Really quick, we're gonna shift upstairs. Hesper, you and Sammy have given pursuit to Bombix. We find Bombix, I'm assuming, in the main floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like just trying to find something to busy herself with.
Okay. At this point, so it's known, your hosts kind of have come downstairs with a very concerned expression of, why did we hear blast fire in our basement? And seeing you three coming up, they do give you three a concerned look, waiting for some idea of should they be worried about you.
Ignoring.
Okay. Sammy, they do both notice you. And Rix actually does the 2 fingers to the eye, then to you. Like you look here, we're gonna go talk. And points toward the stairs, leaving Hesper with Bombix.
Okay, here we go. And Sammy will follow Rix.
Okay, we'll get to you in a second while these two have their thing downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Esper and Bombix, you guys are in the main room alone.
Bombix is like looking around for something to pick apart, a piece of paper, or some sort of material that she can just like pick at and tear into various little sections. And she's just like hammered on this.
Hesper is grabbing like the antibacterial spray and some of the gauze left behind that she might have left over. And she just goes up to Bombix and gently puts a hand on her shoulder.
Flinches completely and is like looking at you like she could kill you.
Holds up the disinfectant spray.
Takes it a little more friendly. And she lifts up her own shirt, tucks it under her chin, tries to disinfect, and then she's like,
holds up some gauze.
Takes it. Do you have a hair tie?
Yeah. And she like reaches into like one of her pockets and hands.
And she uses it to tie up her shirt so that she can look at her stomach a little bit better.
Just like you're tie-dyeing.
Yeah. The one time she doesn't wear a cropped shirt.
Right.
One time.
Are you okay?
I'm shot.
Yeah, ow. Not cool. I wasn't a part of the game.
If it was one of you guys, I wouldn't have cared. I would have been happy. I would have been proud.
I guess I'll have to shoot you twice then.
You want a rematch?
Later. Yeah.
And when some of the tension is died down. She just kind of sits for a second as she's like cleaning. She just goes, "Who the fuck did he turn me into? Who did he want me to be at that moment?"
I don't know.
Bitch who gave him that fuck ass scar. Unless he did it himself. Who knows? Always a chance of that.
All I know
Didn't answer
is
my
that
question the first time.
I don't trust any person who's that mad and that screwed up in the head to hurt someone blatantly like that.
It's not even that. If it was just violence, I wouldn't have cared, but there was something behind that.
Yeah, he was
I-
not there.
I can't
I
tell if
don't
he
trust
really
him.
wanted me to kill him or if he wanted to kill me and was just teasing me.
I'm glad you're here. I know
And
that
she,
probably means fuck all, but
yeah, sorry. That's just weird to hear from someone who's not Lena. That's the first time she said that voice to Hesper, or said that name to Hesper.
Lena?
My princess, best friend. She's a princess, and she's
She's your best friend.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. She's like the one. So, last time I played that game, it was with people that were like me, and Lena's not.
Hmm.
I don't trust any of you guys, but
I don't think you should. I don't trust everybody here yet.
yeah, I wouldn't expect you to trust me. But I like the thought that there were people like me,
Mm.
and he's not. But you are. I mean, you gotta work on it. But dropping bugs. I'm not really good at talking to girls my age. So I don't know if I said something wrong. I think I say the wrong things a lot of the time.
I don't think you say anything wrong.
Okay.
I think it's just inexperience with making friends. I'll say I don't really make friends back where I'm from.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
But
Well,
maybe we could be friends. I don't know how to really make friends. You don't really know how to make friends. So
last one was an accident.
do you want to be friends? I still don't trust you all the way.
She there's so much distrust obvious in her face, and it's like she goes back and forth between two different instances. People that she couldn't trust, that are, and those memories that are screaming at her, do not trust this person, and then the one exception. And every time she thinks back to Lena, her face just softens and she goes, finally, like her eyes almost water a little bit. Maybe it might be the disinfectant stinging her skin. It might be emotion, who knows. But she's like, I would be down to trying to be friends. I don't think either of us are at a point where we would lay down our lives for one another, but we both know what that's like to be in that position for someone else. But maybe we can work on it to a point where we have an understanding and we can play more games. Ones that more people agree on, since apparently no one liked that one. She's really upset by that.
Well, I'd say that you probably earned enough stripes for one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, you got a lot of markings.
I got a lot of
stripes.
stripes. Yeah. That was good. That was really good.
Thanks.
That was funny. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Any like
Tattoos.
tattoos?
I mean, I see you've got that, but I mean, like, intentionally there. Unless that was intentionally. I don't know.
I don't have one right now. I'm thinking I might get one in the future.
Often I was talking about your scar.
She said tattoo, so
Yeah,
right.
no, she said, "Oh, no, I'm talking about tattoos, not not that," and versus the scar. I don't she was like, "You didn't put that on yourself intentionally." Well,
No.
unless you did, I don't know. So, she went back and
No.
forth from talking about tattoos to scars.
I did not put this on my face. Was not me.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, I have some experience. I sort of get a tattoo, like, whenever I've earned it.
Hmm.
And,
You've
that was
learned a
something
lot.
that was yeah, yeah. Um, that used to be something that other people defined, but at some point, it was just like, "Oh, no. This is a marker that I'm gonna put on my body forever," so I don't know. Maybe when something happens to you that you wanna remember forever, you can get it done. And if you want any recommendations, I've got a couple design choices. I mostly stick with lines and, diamond shapes, but,
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever you want.
Well, I thought your game was fun.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was fun when it started.
When it started. Maybe we could play again. Maybe
We
we
can
could
play
play
again.
again.
Do you like snacks?
I love snacks.
You want some?
Yeah, and alcohol. What do you
Oh,
always get? A jet juice?
jet juice. Oh yeah, it's the
Yeah.
best thing in the world. It tastes like jet fuel. It burns all the way down,
Oh,
but it has this really sweet aftertaste. I love it.
it sounds like a nightmare. Let's get it. And
Don't
she
go
stands
get
up
snacks.
and she's all gauzed up and patched up and when they go to get jet juice, Bombix like actively rubs her eyes and then back to being like kind of cold. But she's really excited to get a drink. Hesper.
I think for now that's a good spot for you guys to go.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll see you guys later.
Yep.
Night.
Really quick, we're gonna shift up to before I forget where it is. Upstairs again, where Sammy's being stared at by two concerned women. Kendra leaning down, checking your shoulder, and kind of like not mothering you, but being like, "Stop flinching. I'm trying to check." And while yes, you are aware that you're fine, you're not used to someone babying you. Because the Jedi are more like, just go see the medical droid, you're fine. Whereas this is a person being like, let me look at you. Rick's, on the other hand, is just giving you that, I'm not mad, what the fuck just happened?
It was just supposed to be a game. I don't know what just happened down there.
Kendra gives a quick look over her shoulder to Rick's and just says, remember to be gentle. And Rick's is like, I know. Deep inhale. That all didn't seem normal for any of you. I'm guessing something just fell out of place.
Bombix was trying to introduced me and Hesper to a game she sort of played growing up. The rules were simple. Had to dodge a blaster attack or block it with...
Immediately, Sammy notices Kandra's eyes widen like, I'm sorry, this is a game? But she immediately like settles down and let you continue and being like, okay, who am I housing?
Everything just happened so quickly. I got competitive. Bombix was encouraging it. Hesper jumped in, and the twins came down, and
To Sammy's surprise, you suddenly feel both of them hug you.
I've never sensed anger like that from someone.
Kendra is stroking your Leku, as you would stroking hair, while Rix grabs the sides of your face and like kind of forcing you to look at her. Goes, slow breaths.
It was just a game. It was just supposed to be.
It's not your fault.
Mr. Carlos, right now, I'm not to make you acting like this.
You don't understand what's said, but Kendra whispers something to Rix, and Rix nods. And Kendra's like, I'll be right back. Rix is going to take care of you, okay? I'll be right back. And she kind of leaves the room. Now you know Rix is short.
Yeah.
While you and her standing are the same height, because you've been being tended to, you've been sitting, Rix kind of just plops cross-legged in front of you and stares at you. Going, are you more upset what happened as the outcome, or more upset because you weren't prepared for it?
I'm more so angry. I should know better. I should not participate in stuff like this. This is not what they teach us. But my curiosity got the better of me. I wanted to see what this was that Mom explained to do, and
She lets you talk. She's actively just watching you, not doing anything.
I thought I would be prepared. I wasn't.
You're far away from home, aren't you?
I am.
First time away from home?
Yes.
You do know life's not so cut and dry.
I'm learning that.
At least you admit that you're learning it. You know he reacted whatever happened. I heard yelling. I don't think, from what I saw and what you're telling me, it was done out of anger, but fear. Fear from not understanding, and fear for those he cares for. That lughead is kind of protective of all of you. That being said, it seems like you all can take care of yourselves in different ways, but I get where he's coming from. Look how I am with Kendra. You guys came in and saw me over her when Mafena did what he did. I kind of get where he's coming from. I'm not saying he reacted well. That being said, you all are kind of under a bit of a stressful job right now. I don't blame anyone for being this. She kind of gestures around the room like, you now. And about this, you should know better. Says who?
If I ever want to become a knight, I need to know better.
I don't know Jedi. I don't. What I do know is, in my experience, a lot of them forget or don't know what life is like for the rest of us. I don't fault them, but I do remember that they carry a burden that none of us can expect. For someone as young as you, that weight should not be so heavy. So please don't weigh yourself down with this. You all made a mistake. Did you learn anything from it?
I'm still trying to figure out if I did.
Well, judging by your shoulder, you learn next time duck. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one lesson. I guess the second one is, are you so mad at all the others that you can't work with them?
I can still work with all of them.
Then whatever is going on now, you can all work through it when you guys cool off and talk about it. If only because whatever you guys are here to do, clearly you said you want to liberate the place, you won't be able to do that if you're all carrying this over your necks. You all slipped up, but it happens. Don't let that be the reason you all fall apart.
Sammy's gonna nod her head.
And also, if my wife asks, I was very gentle with all that. I didn't be a mean brute of a person. She thinks I'm too mean sometimes. I'm not mean, people are just soft.
You definitely felt kinder than one master at the temple would be, I will give you that.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, it's a very good thing.
Okay, good. As long as that means I'm right. Don't tell Kendra I said that, though. She hates when I say that. It's always, oh, you Miss Know-It-All, but she's so pretty, blah, 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 blah. I can be right, too.
The tears are replaced with laughter.
Ah, so she can laugh. Good. Didn't know if Jedi actually had the ability to laugh. Calling that a win.
What gave you the impression we don't have a sense of humor?
Have you seen the way you guys dress? And you look at her with and she's giving you a very knowing smirk, like she's trying to poke the bear.
Excuse me, I pride myself in taking good care of my robes.
She grabs her chest and goes, honey, use body language. You can make peace with that a lot better than those little glow sticks.
Oh. Her cheeks are gonna flush up a little bit. She's like, I can't believe I'm getting this talk.
She goes, listen, all in all, I don't know how Jedi work. All I do know is if they are as half as good as you have been since I've met you, maybe the galaxy's in good hands.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, when you are less bruised ego-wise, the arm's going to take a while to heal. But when your ego is healed, maybe admit no one's right, no one's wrong to the others. That being said, don't shoot up my basement again. And she kind of like not storms off, but kind of like scurries off. Like, okay, I was not tough, Mom, but I had to get that out of my system.
Yeah.
Kendra can't yell at me; she's not in the room. And because of how long it's been, we will say this. We'll say that the rest of the day, everyone kind of keeps to their corners of the establishment. Some egos bruised, some physically bruised, some emotionally definitely needing a check-in. And next week we will get to the second and third days of downtime.
All right.
Because I definitely did not see half of that shit coming. And I was like, I can't interrupt all this development. So first thing we will do next session is Belle's morning before all of this. And then we'll fast forward to the aftermath. Because I definitely want to know what Belle was meditating on before this whole thing happened. Not that anyone needs to feel bad at how all this happened. That was just definitely like, I can't stop this. This is gold. This is great. For those watching, I hope that this was not too intense for any of you. Be aware, all of our players have safe words. If anything was bad, we will stop scenes like this from going too far. And that being said, this is a reminder when you do session zeros at home. Safe words. They are important for roleplay. That being said, yeah, next week for session 11, we will do the second part of downtime and get ourselves closer to this party of which the party requested and hopefully can finally encounter the elusive Jafan. Till then, take it easy. Thanks for watching. And is it Sunday yet? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.